Hello.
Hello.
Adam. How are you doing? I haven't worked
good.
for you for donkeys.
I know.
You're always off at that other place.
I am. It's nice to be with you. You've aged terribly, though, Adam. Only joking. It looks great. He's been on holiday. It looks fantastic.
Well, only in England, though. Only to Shropshire. I mean, I wasn't anywhere like super sunny. And
well, he's still very healthy and glowing. It's rained today where we are.
Yay!
Hey! Which is great news. It does mean that for many of us, you can finally get out in the garden, get that spade in the soil, get planting. And we have got an amazing selection. Loads of brand new bulbs, actually.
Yeah, bulbs. I mean, the great thing about bulbs as well, Sean, is, we're moving towards autumn. For some people, that can be a bit of a glum prospect. But, of course, when you plant bulbs, you're thinking of spring again, and all that wonderful colour next season. So it's really exciting to plant bulbs, isn't it? And I don't know about you, Sean, but when you plant those bulbs in the ground, it almost seems from the moment you plant them to the moment they're flowering, the time just zips by, doesn't it?
Does.
You think to yourself, I remember planting those, it seems like a couple of weeks ago, and here they are in spring looking glorious.
And we've got so many brand new varieties of tulips. We have got, and I'm very excited about this, we've got an amazing deal on a 300 bulb collection. And there's a Camassia, which I've never grown, but you love them, don't you?
Yeah, Camassias are just absolutely stunning. I mean, beautiful, beautiful blue flowers. They do very well in shade as well, full shade or part shade. So a really good bulb to grow all different parts of the garden. And they bring in loads and loads of incredible pollinators, and they spread very quickly. You're going to love these. You're going to adore these.
Well, we are very much looking forward to seeing those. An amazing price. We have got lots of double up deals for you as well on the bulbs. So if you want to save extra money, we have got some incredible double up deals. We've got ready-made hanging baskets. So if your summer baskets have gone over because it's been so hot and so dry, I've seen some terrible looking hanging baskets lately, haven't you?
Well, I mean,
not in your garden, obviously, Adam, but
But the thing is, it's been so difficult keeping them going, isn't it? But with those double ups, though, there's a magical thing we have to do, isn't there?
There is.
Take advantage of.
If you are brand new to YGTV, YouGarden TV, a few things you need to know. As Adam just said, there is a special offer code. It's YGTV 3526. When you check out, you have to put that code in. That will unlock all of the discounts, all of the savings, but also, very importantly, it will give you free delivery as well.
Which is brilliant. So I mean, everything on the show, everything's selected for the show. If you look at our live now, we'll tap our little live now thing, scroll down, it will show you everything we've got on the show. That is all free shipping. If you go onto the website and buy something not sort of dedicated for the show, you may pay a little bit of shipping on that, just to warn you.
Yeah, but anything on the show, on the live stream, you will get free delivery as long as you use the code. Also, you will see two prices on the screen. The best price is the yellow price, the one that matches my shirt, and that is the club discount price. Now, our club membership, if you're not a member, and we've got about 5,000 members, I think.
We need an update, because I think I've got a feeling we're near a 50
I was going
now.
to say, I think it is.
It's a big, big number, Sean.
But if you're not a member, for £10 for the year on auto renewal, you can save an extra 15% on all the plants and the compost and the pots that we've got, and you get loads of free vouchers as well. So honestly, it is really worth becoming a club member. You will save a fortune over the year. I think it saved me hundreds, if not thousands, of pounds. Now we do have live chat as well. I'm in charge of the live chat today. I'm not doing very well so far.
You're doing better than I would with that thing.
Well, I haven't even got us up yet. But we would love you to be part of the live chat. You can chat with us on YouTube and Facebook, and you can email us as well. So we'll pop the email address on the screen, and you can email us and send me pictures.
YouGarden.com.
Yeah, that's it. YGTV@YouGarden.com. But there it is. So yes, we would love you to be part of the show. So if you've got pictures that you want to send us, comments, you can be part of the show just by emailing us. Right, we're going to start though with some pre-planted hanging baskets. Now, there's a few different choices. We've got the coloured plastic ones, or we've got the rattan, so the choice is yours, and two varieties of pansies, either the berries and cream, which are purples and whites, or you've got just the Cool Wave, which are multicoloured. So you've got the multicoloured Cool Wave, and I've got the berries and cream. This is a very special pansy, Adam, isn't it?
Absolutely, sure. I mean, it ticks so many boxes as well, because first of all, this is a pansy that can flower for up to 10 months. I mean, month after month after month. Also, they're hardy I don't know if they tested them at this temperature, but they're hardly down to minus 25 degrees centigrade. So any part of the UK, you can grow these. You grow these in the Highlands of Scotland. That's not even going to get that cold there, pretty much. But the great thing about them is they actually tumble and trail over the side of the hanging baskets. Now, they're not like Sophinias. I'm not going to say to you they're going to tumble like a metre and a half, but they'll certainly tumble over the side and down far enough to hide the basket, give you those beautiful, beautiful colours. You can see here, the lovely, lovely colour range. Some of these are fragrant as well. And that look you can see there, that's not AI. That is what you can actually create with these. So water them, feed them. And the thing is, and we say this to you every year, if you want to get these displays like this, get on the bus early. Don't leave it till late, because the quicker you hang these out, while the weather's still warm, they'll get much more established. That's the great thing about them. Then as the weather gradually cools down, as the days gradually get shorter, they'll adjust, they'll adapt, and they'll keep flowering for you. Deadhead as well, that's important. So once the flowers, there's a little flower here, for example, which I'll take off. You can see that one, the petals there are just starting to kind of furl up a little bit. So pick them off at that stage, and they're even edible, the flowers on these as well, so you can use them in cooking. I've been watching Celebrity MasterChef this week, and some of the chefs there are actually using pansies to sort of decorate their desserts and stuff. So
although that cake last night looked terrible.
Oh, it did, yeah. I wouldn't fancy that.
Yeah, everything was spilling out everywhere. I'm only joking. I bet it tasted delicious, I'm sure.
And you can have them, either ones, if you want the berries and cream or these ones, you can have them with the hangers on, or you can take them off and just have them freestanding on your garden table or bench.
So you actually will get, the price is amazing. If you use the offer code, it's $19.98. So it works out £10 a basket. For club members with your discount, you'll get them for $16.98. That works out £8.49 a basket delivered.
That's bonkers.
For this really special pansy that, as Adam said, can flower for 10 months. So you have got a choice. So we've got the details of the Cool Wave on the screen. The other option, which is my personal favourite, which is why I put them in front of me, Adam, the berries and cream. I bet these are your favourite too, aren't they?
I don't mind. I'm all for a bit of a riot of colour in the garden, but I know some people like something a little bit more coordinated. Of course, with the berries and cream, you've got that slightly coordinated look there, and you can see why they call them berries and cream, because you've got those beautiful sort of pale, creamy white flowers, and you've got those lovely purples and mauves and maroons and gorgeous colours, and they've all got that lovely yellow centre to the flower as well. And as you see these, this is how they'll look when they come out the box. We've actually got a little video you can look at, which Bex did, I think, showing you how we pack our hanging baskets. So they're packed really beautifully well. So when you take them out the box, they're not bashed about, they're not broken, they're not snapped.
We've really actually improved our packaging.
Big time.
The only thing I will say, and I can be a bit daft at times, but I had to work out how to get them out of them. I was like, they won't come out. So they fixed them with like bamboo rods. There's a new side panel to the box, and there's a bamboo stick that goes in the basket and then in the side of the box. So to cut a long story short, they just can't move around. So it's really good, actually. That means they arrive in even better condition than ever. So remember, you're going to get a pair of them. For club members, you're going to get them for £8.49 each. That is the delivered price. The value is amazing. I love both, actually. I think the berries and cream is really sophisticated, but sometimes when it's a really dull winter, you want pops of colour, and that's what the Cool Wave will give you. Loads of you watching. Marisha said, "Oh, look who it is! Is that?" We haven't worked together for a while, so it's really nice.
Well, we're not worked together for a while, and I've not been here for a while because I've been on my hollybobs, so we're kind of looking a bit new and refreshed, hopefully.
Apparently, I look like a golden buttercup.
Oh,
yeah, Marissa, I've been called a lot worse. I'll take that. Golden buttercup, I'll take that.
Good to me.
Now, the other option, so we've shown you the smaller baskets. They're still a really good size. And sometimes in winter, you don't want a massive basket. However, and they do come with the hangers, or you can have them as pots. But I'm going to show you the difference between either the 25 centimetres or we have got, if I give that to you, Adam.
Yeah, you can see the difference there.
Yeah, there's a massive difference. And it only works out, I have to say, I think I would go for the rattan because it's an extra, per basket, it's only a few pounds more. And look at the difference in size, Adam.
Yeah,
both are lovely.
It is a bigger basket. It depends what floats your boat, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, if you quite like the funky colour, of the plastic part. I mean, this could be really nice for children or grandchildren or for a school project because kids love bright brush sort of colours. But if you want to go for a more traditional kind of look with the rattan, then you can go for that as well. But either way, you will get that huge, long flowering period. You get that super, super hardy plant. You get that endless amount of flower colour on there. And of course, you've got that frost hardiness going down bonkers low.
So I live near a really posh nursery, okay? It's lovely. But I'm not being funny. I think that basket in the nursery where I live would be £30 odd.
Oh, easily.
Easily.
Yeah.
And if you work it out, for club members, £25.48 for two. So that works out less than £13 a basket. Do you know what? If I
Delivered?
Delivered, yeah. I mean, the value on YGTV is amazing. You know, it's unbeatable. It is, because you're getting it direct from us, from the nursery, not paying any middlemen. You will get two of those for less than £13 each delivered. And that's...
So if you went to that nursery you're talking about and you just popped the two of these on the till, Sean, and you said, here's my address, deliver them for me, please. I want to pay under £30 for both of them. They'd tell you what to do, wouldn't
I know they would. And you're going to get 10 months. And don't forget the baskets, whether you go for the 25 centimetre or the rattan, are completely reusable. So you could save that basket and use it for all of your summer bedding as well. So lots of choices. And don't forget, you can order them right now, and you can find out more details on the YouGarden website. So if you want to shop ahead, by the way, if you want to see what's coming up, if you're not prepared to wait for Adam and I, we do not mind you shopping ahead and having a good peruse there. And do be part of the live stream. As I say, there's lots of you already beginning to comment. For those of you who don't know who I am, because it's been that long since I've been here.
Not been that long.
No, it hasn't actually, but it's been a while. Right, we are going to start right now with some amazing bulbs, though, and we really have got today just a wonderful selection, and it is the time now to start planting. I mean, you really can plant all bulbs now, and we're going to say apart from tulips.
Yeah, apart from tulips. I'd leave tulips till late October, November, but all the other bulbs, and of course, most areas now, by the end of this week, there's going to have lots and lots of rain. So finally, the soil's going to go from being like concrete to being something you can get a spade into or a fork into. So, if you cleared away the summer bedding, if you've got those bare patches, get your bulbs in, get them planted now while the ground's warm, while it's moist. They'll start to put roots down in a couple of weeks or so. They'll start to grow away under the soil in the next month or so. And then next spring, they'll zoom up and they'll just give you these incredible displays. And this allium big impact mix, if you love your alliums, we've gone for 5 beautiful varieties here that are going to give you big flowers, real good impact. You've got Purple Sensation, for example, Schubertii, which is a really, really beautiful one, Nigrum, which is the lovely white one at the top here, and then you've got the Violet Beauty as well. So a really, really amazing selection here, Sean.
There's a few here that are quite unusual, actually, and new ones. So 5 varieties, 2 of each. You can double up. We've got a special double up deal where you're going to get 20 bulbs, so that's 4 of each variety, for just $14.99. So an extra £5, and you can double up the amount of bulbs. And alliums, I mean, the name is perfect. Big impact. That's what they give.
They do give big impact, and alliums are easy. Now, they're saying possibly that these dry summers we're having going to become more of a regular thing, and the drought issue could become more regular. So what we've been doing here at YouGarden is we keep coming up with more and more ideas of plants for you that are going to do well in those conditions, and alliums will do that for you. They do not mind being baked rotten in the sunshine. They'll grow really dry, gravelly, sandy, stony soil. In fact, their nemesis basically is shade or damp, wet soil. So if you've got those lovely hot, dry situations where some plants have really struggled this year, go for the alliums. They'll start flowering for you in May. They'll give you, this whole range will give you colour for up to about a period of 6 weeks. And you know what? Don't even deadhead them afterwards either, because the seed heads look remarkable on their own, in their own right as well.
And they dry beautifully. I mean, alliums are stunning. And actually, I mean, some of you may not know, but Adam has won 4 gold medals at Chelsea. I mean, the reason I'm mentioning that, because it's amazing, it really is. But I mean, for many years, alliums were the darlings at Chelsea, weren't they?
Well, they are, because that's the time they actually flower. Because a lot of people say, oh, how do you get these things to flower this time of year? It's really clever. Well, actually, what a lot of people do, they just grow things that naturally flower at that time. Makes sense, doesn't it? And alliums are definitely some of the bulbs that you see all over different gardens, all throughout Chelsea, because they're easy to grow, beds and borders, pots and containers, as long as they've got lots and lots of sun, as long as they're very, very well drained, especially in the winter time. They'll spread, they'll multiply, they'll look beautiful, dried flowers, cut flowers, and they come back for you year after year after year.
Now, don't forget, you can save loads of money by doubling up. So put 2 lots in your bag, add that code. You've got to use that code today, YGTV 3526, and you'll get 20 of these for just $14.99. So that second bag works out just £5 extra. So yes, you can double up for just another £5. So lovely to be with you. Great to be back with Adam. Nice to see all of those familiar faces in the chat as well. So Marissa, Naomi, both in the chat. If you want to join, Tony's there as well, I can see. But if you want to join, so we are live right now on YouTube and Facebook. And of course, you can email us ygtv@yougarden.com and send in your pictures as well. Right, we're going to move on. Now, I don't mind telling you, I've not grown these next bulbs.
I've grown Camasias.
Yeah, I have. I don't know why I haven't.
You need to grow them, Sean. They are beautiful, beautiful plants. My husband, John, grows these in his front garden at home. I've got them.
They've got separate gardens, by the way. I think that's hilarious. I love the fact you've got separate gardens, you know. I've heard of separate beds, but separate gardens, you know.
No, we don't have separate beds. But John has the front garden, or gardens, I should say, and then I have the back garden, and then we bought this extra bit of land, which is...
Is that shared?
Which we kind of share, yeah.
Begrudgingly.
But no, we've been growing Camasias for years now, and we used to... visit a place down in Boreham Wood, near Boreham Wood Studios, and along the roads there, the council have planted huge, great big drifts of these, and they look amazing. They flower about sort of late April into May. They're can get up to about a metre tall, 75 centimetres to a metre tall, and they just produce these stunningly purpley blue flower spikes that look good for week after week after week, and they really double up and multiply very, very quickly.
And they do get tall, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, get up to about a metre tall.
Wow.
Now, John's got them in the front garden, which is super baked, super sunny, really, really dry soil. I've got these in my back garden in a really shady border, and they do just as well in shade as they do in full sun. Now, they're really, really adaptable. They do generally like a moisture retentive soil, so if you can provide that to them, they'll come back year after year. And the good thing about them, Sean, is the foliage dies down really quickly after they've flowered.
That's good.
Yeah, so you're not left with weeks and weeks and weeks and waiting for the leaves to die down.
Because, I mean, that's one of the things I don't like about bulbs. You've always got to let the foliage die down to refeed the bulb, and sometimes you end up with a mess for weeks. You know, your flowers last a month, and then you've got like awful leaves for 2 months. So that is good to know.
They die
Same with alliums, actually.
Alliums are good at doing that as well. They tidy themselves away really quickly. But seriously, give these Camasias a go.
Adam.
They're the easiest bulb you can possibly grow. Full sun or shade, moisture retentive soil, and give them a good soak overnight before you plant them. And you can do that with all our bulbs.
Now, I know we've got a lot to get through, so if you'd like those, double up, 600 453. Give us a shout in the chat if you're going for those. Adam has convinced me. Right, we're going to move on to tulips next. They're a stunning variety of tulips. Now, these tulips are what we call double tulips, a bit like peony tulips. It's the tulip double flying mixed bouquet. Again, you get 18 bulbs, but you can double up and get 36 bulbs for just $49. And I mean, who would not want tulips that are so full and voluptuous, what I call petalicious, in amazing colours? It's like a ready-made bouquet, isn't it?
It is. And you know what they remind me of? You know, you see those really old-fashioned paintings, those masters paintings?
Yes.
And they paint those tulips or flowers, and they've got that incredible look to them. That's what they remind me of. These are classic, stunning, elegant, impressive tulips that are going to flower for you April through into May on lovely, strong, sturdy stems. And I mean, that's just a bouquet of joy, isn't it?
It is. Now, what we will say is buy them now, but don't plant them till October or November. So just store them in a cool, dry, dark place, like a shed, a garage, even a kitchen cupboard's okay.
Something like, just make sure you keep them away from things like mice and stuff, though. So what I do with my tulips, I've got these little S-shaped hooks, and I hang the bags up from the ceiling of the garage. And that way, they've got all the air around them. The mice and stuff can't get up there and nibble them.
I mean, I'd have thought they'd hopefully be okay in a kitchen cupboard. Hopefully there's no mice in your kitchen cupboard.
I would be very shocked if there were.
I know. We do unfortunately get the odd mice in our house because we've got a cat.
Yeah, they bring them in, don't they?
Yeah, only little field mice, but I'm forever saving them. So if you want those, I know we've got loads to get through. You can double up 18 bulbs or 36 for just $14.99. And these are those big double flowering tulips.
And big chunky bulbs as well. So, and you're guaranteed to get flowers on these because those bulbs are so big. Inside each of those bulbs, there's already a little tiny embryonic flower in the middle. So you plant them, you're guaranteed to get these beautiful flowers next year. And tulips, no matter what tulips we talk about, pretty much they like a sunny, well-drained position, ground or containers.
Just quickly, we always try and answer questions. Villain's just said, got a couple of japonicas, the spider's web and the fancy japonica. Are they okay to leave out during the winter or do I bring them indoors?
No.
We're both going to say...
Very hardy, winter hardy. Yeah. No issue.
Yeah. Leave them outside. It doesn't matter if it's snowy, if it's frosty. They are fully winter hardy. They're really tough. The only thing we'll say is when it snows, if it's really cold, they'll look a bit sort of like droopy. They kind of freeze and do this. That's a good impression, I promise you. But then when the snow melts or the ground warms up, they just come back to life. So you don't have to worry at all.
No, they're fine.
Right, we better move on. We have got now some more alliums, but this is the complete allium collection. I am just going to cover this one up because you actually get these 6. You don't get that one. We took that one out and just extended the others because we thought it was a far better mix for this season. And those are the ones that you're going to get.
Yeah,
stunning.
You've got the drumsticks, for example, in there. You've got the mollies. You've got the nigrams. You've got the purple sensation. I think you've got the neapolitana.
You have.
So a really, really comprehensive, different mix. And they'll actually flower probably over about 2 to 3 months. The little allium mollies, they're the yellow ones. Yeah, they'll actually be the earliest flowering, and they're only about so tall. And then you've got the purple sensation, which will flower for you May time. And then the drumstick ones, which have got that ridiculous name I can never pronounce. Sphaerocephalon. They will actually flower. In fact, Bex has actually had those flowering in her garden. She said up until about August.
Yeah.
So you've got a really beautiful extended mix of alliums here flowering for you.
And the value, again, is incredible. You're going to get 100 of those. That's one of the favourites.
There's the molly there.
Yeah,
and
that's the molly. Yeah, the yellow.
And
they're a bit shorter.
Yeah, I think those are the nigrams. Yeah, they've got those sort of flat kind of heads on those ones. That's your drumstick ones. And they spread like crazy as well. And they're so drought tolerant. Bonkers dry. I think they're the Neapolitanum.
Yes, they are.
Those ones. Yeah. And then the final one, I think, will be Purple Sensation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which
there we go.
Again, get quite tall, but have these beautiful purple globe flowers there as well. So 100, that gives you an idea of what these will look like. And they're going to flower from May all the way through to July time. And remember, if you use that off code today, YGTV 3526, you will get free delivery and you can double up and get 200 for $24.99. $21.24 would be the club membership price. So don't forget, you will get an extra 15% off. I think it works out about 10.5 pence a bulb for club members, something absolutely ridiculous.
What I find bonkers about that double up as well, Sean, is if you're in the club, you get another 15% off the double up price.
A double whammy deal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Just so seriously, take advantage of those double ups because when you think you can get another pack of bulbs for half the price of the first pack, it's a no-brainer, really, isn't it?
Right, I'm just going to check the chat. Marissy has asked about her magnolia. Said the magnolia is a grandiflora. The leaves have turned brown. Does she need to do anything?
Magnolia,
I know what's happened, don't you?
Grandiflora, normally they've got those really huge, very shiny, glossy kind of leaves that are brown underneath. If the whole tree's gone brown, all the leaves have gone brown, it might have got a little bit badly droughted. So don't panic. What I'd suggest is give it a really, really good drink. Keep it hydrated until the autumn really kicks in, and hopefully it will come back for you next year.
I think sadly, a lot of trees and plants, they've got scorched, they've suffered from the drought, and I think a lot of things have kind of gone into autumn early as well.
Oh, yeah.
But as Adam said, just really give it a good soak, and hopefully it'll come back next year.
And do the scratch test as well.
Yeah.
Just scratch a little bit of bark off. If it's still green underneath, then it's still alive. If it's brown underneath, still leave it. Because,
sometimes they grow from the base, don't they?
Things can reshoot from lower down. It's been a stressful year for a lot of plants, unfortunately.
It's been a stressful year for us gardeners as well. That watering. Yeah, it's been a tough old year. It's rained today. We're so happy. It's like pouring down. Normally we complain when it rains most years, but this year we're like, yeah, it's raining. Right, we've got a big announcement to make right now.
We need a drum roll.
We do. Thank you. Stu in the gallery is doing it. Because the 300 complete spring collection of bulbs is back. Check out the price. $14.99, $12.74 for club members. That works out just over 4p a bulb.
See, that's insanity.
It is. It is.
300 bulbs for that club discount price of £12.74. Where on earth are you going to get 300 quality size bulbs that are going to flower for you next year for that price?
And just to talk you through, because you've got to make... Oh, sorry, apologies. Here we go. So this is what you get. So you're going to get crocus bulbs. You're going to get the muscari. You have got alliums. You've got
the drumsticks there, which is the bees obviously like, and they'll flower for you, say, July through into August, which is good. Hardy, tough, drought tolerant, spread really nicely. You're getting your lovely tulips there as well, your Triumph tulips. I think you're getting 10 of those.
Yeah, 10 of those. That's right, Adam.
Lovely kind of sort of mixed colours. They then your muscari, which are great. Your grape hyacinth, so cool because if you hold the flower upside down, it's supposed to resemble a little bunch of grapes.
I think it does. Then you've got the allium molly, and you've got the beautiful Narcissus caniculatus, haven't you?
You have, which are fragrant, and a lovely mixture of crocus as well. So really, really beautiful. And the good thing is the crocus are probably about the earliest to flower. Oh, and Iphion. And the Iphion, not just the blue, we're giving you the gorgeous pink and white as well. So you're getting a full range of colour there. And the crocuses will probably be the earliest to flower for you, which could be as early as February. And then the drumstick alliums are going to take you all the way through to July, even into early August.
So in that could be 7 months of colour. And all of those can be planted now, with the exception of the tulips, but it works out, I think it works out 4p each, just over 4p each, doesn't it, for club members? But if you double up, it would work out even less.
Having said that, with the tulips though, Sean, if you're actually planting the tulips into pots with brand new compost, then you probably can plant the tulips up earlier in brand new compost. It's just that you don't put them in the ground because there's a problem called tulip fire, which lives in the soil, in your soil, in the rest of your garden. And if you plant the bulbs too early, that can infect the bulbs. But if you're going to put them into brand new, especially our compost, then you can plant earlier in that. But hold back if you're going to put them in the basic garden soil.
Right. Price-wise, if you're not a club member, it's 5p a bulb, okay? Free delivery. If you're a club member, you get them for £12.74 and it works out exactly 4.2p a bulb. If you double up as a club member and go for 600, it works out 3.5p a bulb. So look, whichever option you go for, whether you're a club member or not, whether you double up or not, the value is absolutely outstanding, and you will get free delivery when you use the offer code YGTV. Remember today, what's the offer code again? YGTV 35.26, that's it. What can you get nowadays for a few pence? I mean, you can't even get penny sweets, can you, Adam? I don't know.
Well, I was really shocked the other day because I was with someone, they bought a packet of polos. And I couldn't believe how much. I mean, I remember getting a packet of polos for 10p when I was a kid.
I know. I mean, that was a long time ago when you were a child, about it. Hey, I'm not far behind them, I tell you. Now, Adam, we have a request from Naomi. You've not said your favourite expression about bulb yet.
Oh, if you plant a bulb, you plant a promise.
Yes!
You do.
Right on cue. There you go, just for you, Naomi.
It's true, though.
It's true,
because inside all of our bulbs, because our bulbs are such good quality size bulbs, the little flower is already at the base of that bulb. I always say to you, if we was to cut one of our bulbs in half, at the base, you would see where the little flower is. Now, I made a mistake donkeys years ago when I was a young kid of taking advantage of an offer like this in the back of a newspaper or somewhere, I think it was. And it was oodles of bulbs for a really cheap price. Well, when the postman turned up, they were in a box about this big. And I thought, how on earth could all those bulbs be in a little box? Well, they sent me, Sean, the most piddly, stupid little bulbs. And most of them the following year just came up as just leaves, no flowers. With ours, you are going to definitely get flowers in 2027.
And all the packets are clearly labelled as well. The value is amazing. Look, these, we know these are going to fly. I mean, we sold thousands of these last year and they are back today. So 7 different packets, 7 varieties, 300 bulbs in total, great quality. That's why we love YGTV. I do miss it when I'm not here, Adam.
Yeah, well, it's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful to be here. And also with the bulbs, Sean, the thing you do notice about bulbs as well, when you squeeze them, they're firm, they're solid. There's no squidgy ones. And also They don't smell horrible. Sometimes I've gone to garden centres and the outside of the bulbs or the tunic is got mildew on and they smell a bit mildewy and a bit musty. Ours don't. They're in cold storage, they're kept ventilated, they're kept in the dark. So those bulbs come to you in premium condition, ready to plant, to give you those beautiful, stunning displays next year. So
thank you to everyone that's in the chat, by the way. If you want to be part of the live show, all you need to do is join us on YouTube or Facebook, and you can send in any messages and pictures to YGTV@yougarden.com. But the value is amazing on these live streams. I mean, it genuinely is. You have to use that offer code, though, YGTV3526, to unlock all promotions. Please tell your friends. If you're in it, I mean, I tell my garden club that I run about this, but if you are in any kind of gardening group chats, please tell your fellow colleagues all about YGTV, because the value is amazing. And so, I mean, something we don't probably mention enough, on any of our plants that are fully winter hardy, so that's plants, then you do get a lifetime guarantee as well, which is incredible. Right, let's talk compost, so Adam.
Yeah, although this is no good for bulbs, is it? Because I need bulb fibre, don't I?
You know you don't. What? That's just a total. I think it's a total con, don't you?
It is. Yeah. I mean, you see in gardens, it's like they've got all the bulbs there, and then they've got something called bulb fibre.
It's the biggest con ever.
It is.
But bulbs, everything's in the bulb already. It doesn't need a lot to get it going, does it?
It doesn't.
So please don't be. It's a bit like the supermarket selling lots of different cleaning products. Oh, you need totally different cleaning products for your kitchen compared to your bathroom. It's rubbish. What's the difference between your kitchen sink and your bathroom sink, and the tiles in your kitchen, the tiles in your bathroom? Honestly,
I know.
So I'm with you. Those specialist composts, the bulb fibre compost, absolute waste of money.
Totally unnecessary.
It's for pretty much everything, isn't it?
And this is brilliant for bulbs. Now, I grow all my bulbs in this. Now, what I do with bulbs, I grow them in pots and containers, because I'm a little bit like Sean. I love the flowers, but I don't want to be looking at the leaves dying down for week after week or month after month. So I grow my bulbs in pots. As soon as they're finished flowering, I deadhead them. I've got an area down the side of the bungalow, out of sight of the rest of the garden. I sit them down there for the rest of the summer. I water them till they die down. And I've done that 3 years running. I've not even changed the compost. This was the original compost I used, and every year those bulbs come back and they look absolutely amazing. Brilliant.
Yeah, I do the same. Now, on YGTV, YouGarden TV, you can get 110 litres. That is a 50 and a 60 litre bag. If you are a club member, there's about 50,000 now, $23.79. That is a delivered price, of course, as well. And now is the time to order, because you are, in the next few weeks, as we head into September, only a week away, under a week away really from September, you're going to be planting up all of your probably autumn and winter pots, containers, your hanging baskets. Autumn is a great time to start planting new perennials and get them settled in for the winter. So get your compost today. And it really is, I mean, the reviews we get for this is incredible, but it really is an outstanding compost. I know we've got loads to get through, Adam. So in a minute, why this compost? What's in it?
Well, first of all, it's a peat reduced compost. And we still do use a little bit of peat in our compost, because we don't find coir cuts the mustard. And if you look at the environmental credentials of coir, it's not good. Now, that peat holds on to the moisture, but where we've got rid of a lot of the peat, we put in that composted wood fibre. That keeps it really nice and open and airy, lets the air get down to the roots, lets the roots percolate down through the soil, and lets the water get to the roots. There's a slow release fertiliser in this. When you get it home, you'll see loads and loads of different coloured beads. Now, those beads break down gradually over about a period of 6 months, and in inside each one, there's liquid fertiliser. So your plants get fed over a long period of time. There's a wetting agent in this as well. So if this does dry out, those really cheap inferior compost, Sean, they're a nightmare to wet again when they dry out. The water just cascades off.
They become quite hydrophobic,
don't
they?
Awful. With this, it's like kitchen towel. Even when it dries out, it wants to suck in the moisture really, really quickly. It's nicely pH balanced. And you know what? I basically say if it's green and it grows, you can plant it in this compost, apart from ericaceous plants. But we, again, on our website, you can go for an ericaceous option if that's what you need. But seriously, do what Sean said, because this time of year, you're going to be transplanting things. Bare root season's around the corner as well. So you'll want to put some of this compost in with your bare root roses and shrubs when you plant those. If you're moving things, you might have, this year have had some soil that's dried out really badly. lack of organic material. Do what I've done. I've almost coated my entire garden this year with a layer of this, and it's made a massive difference, Sean, keeping the moisture in.
Totally. So if you like yours, all you need to do is order right now. You can order on the website, YouGarden.com, or of course on the phone lines as well. But you will get free shipping, and it's amazing value. It's a premium professional compost, a compost we grow our plants on the nursery. You can grab it today for $23.79 for club members, $27.99 if you're not. Right, we've still got loads more to show you, loads of brand new bulbs. But here's a reminder of some of the great items we've seen so far. So, great. Everyone's loving your Camassia.
Good.
Yeah, I'm really pleased. This is one of Adam's top tips. I haven't grown this, so I'm all eyes and ears for this one. So it is the Camassia. You get 50 bulbs. Now, don't forget, these will grow quite tall, so close to a metre or so. A very adaptable bulb as well, so sun up out shade. And you're going to get 50 for $9.99, or you can double up and get 100 for $14.99. Even less if you are one of our club members as well. Then, alliums. And when I say alliums, whoppers. Yeah, these are the Allium Big Impact. Now you get 5 different varieties. You actually get some quite unusual and rare ones in here as well. Some that you might not have heard of, might not know. Some that are rather specialist and even more exotic. These are going to flower from sort of May onwards, so normally sort of June, July time. And you will get them today, 10 for $9.99. You can double up and get 20 for $14.99. Even less if you're a club member. Oh my word, I love the next ones though. These are the tulip doubles. I mean, come on. These are the most sumptuous, I'm going to say voluptuous, gorgeous, petalicious. I'm trying to find as many adjectives as I can. But really, honestly, 18 of those stunners for $9.99. Imagine those as cut flowers. They're almost like peonies, aren't they, in terms of their structure and their shape. Now, again, I would encourage everybody to save even more money and to double up on those. So you can double up and get 36 for $14.99. Even less if you're a club member. And actually, this year we have got, I think, the best selection of tulips that Adam and I have ever seen. So these are the Flaming Flags coming up later. 12 for $9.99. You can double up and get 24 for $14.99. We'll tell you more about those later. They're on our website right now. These are stunning. This is the Parrot Mix. 15 bulbs for under £10. Again, you can double up for £5 more. They are exquisite and exotic, and they are like parrots. Then another beautiful one, which is Carnival Denise. 10 bulbs, $9.99. Again, £5 more when you double up. That's really exotic and wonderful. Quite a sexy tulip, I'm going to say. And then this is another really unusual one. It's the Gavota, which is a really magical combination of yellow with maroon. And I just think those two work so well together. It's striking, it's bold, it's beautiful. It's the Gavota. And again, $9.99. I'll double up for £5 more. And if you want to shop ahead, you can go on the YouGarden website. To find the live now, all you do is click on there and you'll see everything that is available right now on the live stream. And these are all products that you can double up on and save even more money. And don't forget, to get the free shipping, just use the offer code today, YGTV 3526, and that will unlock all of the promotions. Right, I'm having to be a little bit careful because there's a big hanging basket here. And you know, every time they're in the room, the amount of times we bang our heads. So be careful, Adam. Loads of you ordering today, so thank you so much. And a lot of you have been taking Adam and I's advice and stocking up on compost because you're going to need it. In the next month or two, you're going to be making up hanging baskets and pots, containers. You're going to be planting new plants. So get your compost now so you don't run out. Right, Adam, we have got our brand new Rose of the Week.
We have. This is stunning.
Can I turn it round?
Yeah, because I was just thinking actually, because you've got the lovely flower there. Now that flower, just smell that flower now. I mean, mind your head when you stand up though. Don't bring yourself on the basket.
It reminds me a little bit of Chandel's Beauty.
Yes.
Do you agree?
Yeah, it's got...
It's rich.
In look and fragrance as well. So it's got this kind of flower colour that kind of sort of goes between kind of pink
it's lovely.
And like sort of a peachy colour. But it is incredibly fragrant. It is repeat flowering. You've got to say that one.
Repeat flowering.
Repeat flowering, yeah.
Yeah.
So from June through to October, in flushes, it's going to keep giving you these fabulous, fabulous flowers. Only gets to about 90 centimetres tall, and it's what we call a floribunda type rose. So you'll get clusters of these stunning, fragrant flowers on the end of each stem, especially once it gets more mature. You can grow it in a large pot or a container. Grow it in the ground, of course, as well. Make sure you bury the little knuckly bit at the base, and we always tell you this, at least 1 to 2 inches below the final soil level. That's really, really important. But look how healthy the foliage is as well. Yeah. It's got really beautiful, elegant, glossy foliage. It's an absolute stonker of a rose of the week, this one.
I think it's one of the best we've had this year.
I do. I agree with you totally.
And the fragrance is classed as a strong fragrance, and it is.
I'm
it's
having another whiff
beautiful
because it is absolutely gorgeous. That fragrance.
It's lovely. Just quickly, by the way, again, you're going to get for $16.99 today. But what's done well this year in your garden? What are you going to plant more of? And I'm going to say roses, roses, roses.
It's been a brilliant year for roses,
hasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a really tough year for hydrangeas. I mean, you've had to water so much.
And I tell you what is really, really weird. I was at a garden in Cambridge this week where they grow masses of roses. Now, normally every year at this time, they've all been knocked out by black spot. This year, I've not seen one
you're so
rose
right.
with one bit of black spot. There's been no rain to spread the fungus.
So right.
So the roses have stayed beautifully clean this year.
And although we cannot say for sure that every summer is going to be hot and dry, the trend seems to be that. And you've been watching the news this year. So many people, really, we're talking about, weather specialists, climate specialists have been saying this is a pattern that's going to come more and more often, long, hot, dry summers. So think about that. Think about getting more roses because when they're established, they are incredibly drought tolerant. Hattie Joe is in the chat. So she said, can't believe it's almost autumn. Me too. But I'm quite looking forward to it. Is that okay? I am.
I'm just going to get through it, basically.
You don't like it, do you?
I don't like autumn.
Because I'm half ginger, I've really struggled. That's how I describe myself now. Half ginger, brown ginger. But I do find it quite, the heat quite difficult. So I'm looking forward to autumn. I still want it to be nice and sunny, but a little bit of rain would be welcome.
Kind of an American kind of autumn.
You mean the fall?
Yeah.
You want the fall?
Well, there's lovely blue sky autumns and all the lovely colour.
Apologies. And apologies to our American viewers that are watching. That was a dreadful accent. Please forgive me. Right. I know apparently Hattie Joe sent in some pictures. I will show those a little bit later on as well. Right. We're going to move on to...
You must have these.
Yes.
They're good, aren't they?
Yeah, they're gorgeous. Yeah, I've got these.
And they're they play with your head a little bit, really, because they're like snowdrops, but not in wintertime. They're like giant snowdrops, but in spring, which is great. I mean, you can get to about sort of 50 centimetres tall or so.
I sort of see them as a cross between the snowdrop and lily of the valley, but bigger.
Yeah,
but you're right. When you glance, you think, oh, it's a snowdrop. Yeah. No, not at all.
Not at all.
Bigger and flowers later.
Yeah, they're related. They are kind of distant relations, but not exactly the same. But yeah, and these will definitely multiply for you. I've seen these in lots of customers' gardens over the years. And once you've got them for good.
Yeah. I think they're great. I only planted mine last year, but I'm hoping that I get even more this year.
Yeah, you will. And they've got those lovely bell-shaped flowers, and I like the little sort of tinge of green on the base of each petal as well. And you can end up sort of 6 or 7 of those lovely nodding flower heads on each stem, and you can get sort of multiple stems eventually. Yeah. So these will grow in sun, part shade, beds and borders, pots and containers. They keep their foliage actually for quite a long time afterwards, and it stays green. It doesn't die down straight away, which is quite nice. So you've not got lots of sort of yellow leaves to look at. Yeah. But these I can definitely recommend these.
So again, I think there's something that you might not know, but are actually really fantastic in the garden in springtime. And I always love snowdrops, but I always think I love snowdrops because you see them and you get excited because they're the first bulbs to flower. But in reality, you don't really enjoy them because a lot of the time you're not out in the garden when they're flowering.
Yeah, you go home from work, it's already dark, isn't it? You don't get to see them.
I think they're lovely in public spaces and stuff, but with these, you get the benefit because they normally flower sort of March time, don't they?
March into April, early April.
So you get that's kind of look of a snowdrop, but in there later on in the year, you can double up, by the way, and get 40 of those for $14.99. It's only £5 to double up, and even cheaper for club members, you'd get 40 of those for about £13.50. Oh no, so 12.74, even better. Yeah, I took off 10%, it's actually 15. I'm normally quite good at working out the maths, but it's even better than I said. Right, hang on. Right, get my teeth in. Fritillaria.
Meleagris.
Fritillaria meleagris.
Yeah.
Snake's head.
Snake's head fritillaria.
Yes. It's quite a long word, that, isn't it?
These are native to the UK. Oh,
yeah, I often forget that. They are, aren't they? Yeah.
very rare now, though, unfortunately.
They used to be like everywhere,
Yeah,
didn't they?
yeah. I mean, you go back 200 or 300 years, you'd have seen these all over the place. And where they grow naturally in the UK is very damp, moisture-retentive meadow kind of places. So if you can kind of recreate those conditions for them, and these are easy to grow. I grew these myself from YouGarden bulbs. I planted them. They flowered in the very first spring. Again, I grew mine in pots and containers using a premium professional compost. But if you're going to plant them in the garden, plant them in a sort of moisture retentive area. They don't like to be in dry soil. No. They like moisture holding soil. Front of the borders, or you can naturalise them in lawns. They look beautiful coming up in the grass. And they will multiply. They'll multiply by increasing with bulbs, but also they produce seed heads, and those seeds will become flowering plants about 3 to 4 years down the line. But they are so different, Sean, aren't they?
It's a weird thing. They're native to the UK, and yet they are the most exotic, crazy-looking plants that you could imagine. And it is sad to say, hundreds of years ago, they were everywhere in the UK, and all those meadowlands, which sadly we've lost so many of those.
We have, yeah.
But you can grow them very easily in the garden. Yeah, I might, me and Jay, my other half, we've got a bit of land behind us now, a little bit of a field.
Oh, they do well in that field.
Yeah, and we're trying to naturalise it, but I'm thinking that.
Yeah, because also you've had sheep in there for ages, all that lovely sheep manure and stuff would have improved the soil.
Everything does grow really well though, so far. Yeah. But lovely bulbs, amazing value. Again, 25 for $9.99. You can double up and get 50 for just $14.99, $12.74 for club members. So, one of my personal favourite spring flowering bulbs, it's got to be the crocus. You know, I love snowdrops, but crocus are the first splashes of colour in spring. And when they flower, you're kind of through the worst of it, aren't you?
Absolutely.
You're on your way to March.
Yeah, they promise, don't they? They promise spring. They promise the longer days. And I tell you what I like about crocuses, Sean, in particular, is you can have crocuses in bud for like 2 or 3 days, and they just stay in bud. And then suddenly the sky breaks, you get some sunshine, and then in no time at all, they open right out. And they just look mammothly beautiful, because all winter you've been looking at grey and brown and just horrible colours, and then suddenly you get this explosion of bright yellow, the lovely stamens in the middle, the bees come to visit, and they just totally lift your heart end of winter into spring.
And I think it's a bulb that you can plant in so many different areas. I mean, again, they look great in grass, if you plant them in your lawn.
Lovely in the lawn.
They look lovely under trees though, don't they, as well?
They're so versatile, so easy to grow. They die down quickly after they've flowered. By about sort of late May, June, they've kind of just disappeared. And then they'll...
And I don't mind the leaves on the crocus.
No, I think they're quite attractive, actually, crocus leaves.
So, I know we've said it a few times, but some bulbs, it takes months for the leaves to die down, and they're a real mess, and they're big. Crocus, the leaves are a bit more refined.
And they're thin as well, aren't they? They're not big, wide leaves. But these yellow ones, I mean, big flowers, looking really beautiful, really cheery. What I would do with these in particular as well, if you've got lots of pots and containers on your patio and places like that, I would plant these on the tops of all your pots and containers. Because then in spring, before the main feature comes out in the pot, you've got loads and loads of these beautiful, bright, bold yellow flowers.
And the bulbs, actually, they're size 7 to 8, so they're actually a chunky, because crocus bulbs are small, but these are a bit bigger and a bit chunkier as well. And do you know what else I love about crocus bulbs? It literally takes you, to plant that whole bag of bulbs would take you minutes.
Easily.
I mean, I normally literally use my thumb with crocus bulbs and do that and then just pop the bulb in.
I do the same thing. I use a bamboo cane, the end of a thick bamboo, and I just push it down into the ground, drop the bulb in, make sure obviously you've got it pointing the right way up, but don't even fret on that because the bulb will turn itself around anyway. Soak them though overnight before you plant them, give them a head start, and then the magic will happen for you next spring, guaranteed.
And they come back every year, they naturalise beautifully. So if you want those, again, they are on a double up deal. And they are the big, large flowered ones. They're stunning. They really are. I love it. I'm getting excited about bulbs, Adam.
Well, we're kind of going from big to small now because, ordinarily we talk about tulips, we might be talking about 45, 60 centimetre high stems, but we've got these really lovely rock garden tulips.
These are cute, aren't they?
They are.
I think they're a bit unusual as well. Some of these varieties you may never have seen before. So these stay pretty diddy, don't they?
They do. They only get to, these are going to be about 6 to 8 inches tall, so that's the kind of height you're looking at. And these flower earlier than some of the traditional tulips as well. So these could even flower for you very late February into March, kind of heading into early April. Good for window boxes. You could even try these in hanging baskets, for example, because if you planted ordinary, like the parrot tulips, say, in a hanging basket, they'd look ridiculous. They'd be too tall. These are dinky, so they'd look beautiful in that hanging basket. You could plant some cool wave pansies around. You could put these in window boxes, gravel areas, fronts of beds and borders. They're bone hardy. They'll come back year after year after year. They'll naturalise, they'll double up, they'll spread, and they'll just bring you joy in the very early part of the season.
And again, they are on a double up deal. Now, we are really busy today. Thank you so much for all your orders. We need to hear Adam's favourite expression when it comes to bulbs.
When you plant a bulb, you plant a promise.
That's a great catchprise, Adam.
It's true, you do,
Love
though.
it.
It's true.
I love it, seriously. Right, question in the chat. I can answer this one. I'm sure Adam can as well. Any advice to stop foxes from digging in pots? They loved digging up my bulbs last year. I know what I'd say.
Chicken wire is a good thing to put over the top. You can use. What do you do?
So I was going to say, and that is a good one, but I always say that if you plant fritillaria and alliums...
Oh, they don't like the smells.
Yeah, if you plant those with your bulbs, your tulips and your other bulbs, basically squirrels don't like the smell of those, so it tends to deter them. And foxes and squirrels, I should say, they don't like, but both of those don't like the smell. Am I right in saying that, Adam?
Yeah, absolutely. And also, something else that somebody told me, now, this works for badgers, it might work for foxes as well, and I'm not being obscene or crude, but human urine works as well.
So have a pee in the garden?
Yeah, literally, I was on a program years ago, a radio show that I used to go on, and there was a guy there, and basically he just said he just collects it in an old plastic bottle, then he pours it around the perimeter of his garden, and that actually that stops badgers coming in.
Your garden may smell of wee, but you won't get a fox in
it might even work for foxes. It could be an option. So, but other than that, physical barriers.
I
really.
know, it is a difficult one. It is. Am I right in saying about the alliums?
They will not. Because the alliums, the fritillaries, the crown imperials, they do have quite a pungent odour to them. So that would put them off.
Yeah, hopefully that will help. So you take your pick out of those choices. Right, let's remind you of some of the favourites we've had so far on YGTV. So everyone has loved Adam's Camasias. This is a bulb I'm going to admit I have never grown. But Adam has tempted me. He's more than tempted me. I will be ordering these. I will be, planting them. So these are going to give you amazing height in the garden. They come back every single year. They're quite a versatile bulb. They are so pretty and adorable. Again, they're on a double up deal, so 50 for £9.99. An extra fiver will get you 100. And then we've got those brand new alliums, which are known as the Big Impact. Now you get 10 large bulbs, and these produce some of the most exotic, wonderful alliums that we've ever seen. Varieties that are a little bit rarer. There's a mix here, but some of them are a bit rarer, and that's 604.25. Again, on a double up deal, £9.99, an extra fiver will get you 20 bulbs rather than 10. And then, if you're looking for value, if you're gardening on a budget, if you want masses of colour, we're talking about flowers from February through to July, even August, then this is the 300 bulb collection. It's just amazing value. Great for potentially lasagna planting, if you want layers of bulbs to flower for several months. Really versatile collection. And you've got all sorts in there, from your tulips to your 2 types of allium. You've got Iphians, you've got your muscari there. I know this is grape hyacinths. It's such a good collection, this, isn't it? Allium molly on the left there, Narcissus caniculatus on the right. So lots of different heights, lots of different fragrances, even crocuses are included in that 300 collection. Now again, you can double up and get 600 for just £24.99. Iphiums there, that's what we're looking at right now, those lovely little star-shaped flowers. Now, I'm really pleased to hear that loads of you are ordering the Lycodiums, known as the snowflake. So this looks, on first glance, you think it's a snowdrop, but it isn't, because these grow a lot taller than snowdrops, up to about 40, 50 centimetres, and they flower later. They flower in March, April time. So if you love snowdrops, but I always think you miss the fun of a snowdrop. Quite often, you don't really see them because it's so dark and it's January and it's cold. So these are a brilliant alternative to snowdrops, flowering later and producing bigger flowers as well. Again, you can double up on those, 20 bulbs for $9.99, or you can go for 40 for just an extra £5. And don't forget, all of these bulbs are on the website on double up offers. So if you click into Live Now, on a phone, it's in a slightly different place on the phone, if you remember rightly.
Yes.
It's on the hamburger menu.
Yeah,
isn't it?
where you see the three lines that are on top of each other. Yeah, you tap on there.
They call it the hamburger because it looks like a
yeah,
burger.
It looks like you've got the cheese bit in the middle, and you've got the bun. And then if you tap on there, and then sometimes you have to do like a carousel thing on there. So if you just go straight down, you'll miss some of the pics. So flick left and right, and then you'll see all the images.
In fact, we'll show you now. So it is on the phone. It's where you get the line. So it looks like a hamburger, you see, top left. You tap on that, the lines. Live Now, there we go. And there's all the products. And if you tap the arrows, as Adam was saying, you get to scroll through. It's a carousel.
Yeah. So.
But all of the bulbs are on a double up deal. So if you put two in your basket, you'll get that big discount. Very important. And this is really important if you are new to YouGarden television, you have to use the offer code YGTV 3526, and that will unlock all the offers and give you
free shipping.
Yes, that free pin P just behind Adam there, which is amazing. And that's on everything. So, everything on the live show, you'll get free P and P. Now, there's also two prices on the screen, sometimes three. There's the RRP, there's the red price. The best price is the one that matches my shirt. It's the yellow price, which is the club members price. And that will give you an extra 15% off. And you will be offered a club membership at checkout. It's £10 for the year, an auto renewal. It's an absolute must. £10 a year. You can save that amount on your very first order.
Just to the auto renewal thing, though, don't let it lapse. That's the important
thing.
No,
I know.
Yeah, if you don't let it lapse, then it will stay at that original price.
Yeah, and that price is locked in for your life, actually. 10 quid, amazing. Right, in fact, I'll ask this out to the group in the chat. How are your summer hanging baskets looking right now?
I should think.
Be honest.
A little bit tired, I'd imagine. Perhaps like a bit stressed out, I would think, after this summer.
I know quite a few people that have actually emptied their hanging baskets and some of their pots because they've gone over. Mine haven't actually, but I've had to work so hard. And we've not had a hose pipe ban in our area.
Lucky you.
I know.
Yeah.
I saw on your social media you having a right moan. He was. This work I put in my garden.
Got a lot of views though. Did well that one.
That's because you've never seen such a brown lawn, Adam.
It's greened up again now.
Good, I'm glad to hear it. That's why I smile again. But jokes apart, it has been a tough old summer in terms of watering, and hanging baskets have really taken a bit of a battering. So if you've looked at your hanging baskets this week and thought, oh my word, they're really not looking good, why not just replace them with autumn and winter hanging baskets? We've done all the work, we've done all the growing. You literally need to get them out of the box and hang them up. We've got various options. We've got the 25 centimetres, which are in the multicoloured plastic, or you've got the rattan. We'll start with these. And Adam's got the Cool Wave. I've got the berries and cream. The Cool Wave, we've got more colours in, haven't we?
Yeah, so the Cool Wave, you've got that kaleidoscope of colours there, actually. And some of these are bi-coloured as well. Some of them have got a solid colour. And by bi-colour, this one here, for instance, you've got yellow and purple going on. You can actually eat the flowers on these as well. People use them sort of to decorate like desserts and so on. I saw on MasterChef last night. I think it was the chap knitting. I think used some of these on a cake that he was making.
Yeah, I must admit, I think they sort of saved the look of the cake, didn't they?
Yeah, did. Yeah. I think it was kind of. I was trying. No, I can't say that phrase, but trying to polish a thing going on. But
Yes.
yeah, trying to make a silk purse out of a sow's ear.
That's a better expression.
There you go. But the great thing about the cool wave pansies, well, there's lots of great things about them. First of all, they can go down to minus 25 degrees centigrade. So you can grow them anywhere in the UK. They can flower for up to 10 months, which is just ridiculous and bonkers. And also, these will tumble down pretty much down to the actual depth of the basket.
I mean, they were the world's first trading pansy, weren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not. I mean, we're always honest here. We're not going to say to you these are going to be like Sophinias. You know,
No.
they're not going to trail down a metre. But to cover the basket is not an issue. In fact, Stu showed us a picture earlier on, like a 360-degree ball of colour that you can see here, and that's what these can do.
Yeah.
You know, look at on the right-hand side there, they're tumbling over. So get them home now. Give them a good drink and feed them as well. Now, feed them sort of once. But once you kind of get into the sort of later part of the year, I wouldn't feed so much because
no, they don't need it.
But still check on the watering side of things as well, because if you've got them like hanging under the eaves, even when it rains, sometimes they can actually miss the rainfall and still dry out. So just bear that in mind.
But we've done all the work, all the growing. I mean, look, you can get them home if you're a club member. £8.49 a basket. So there's two colours. I think they're amazing value. I really do. And it's a very special pansy. Please don't look at these and think, oh, they're like the baskets in the supermarkets. They are very unlikely to be cool wave. Cool wave trail, cool wave flower for 9-10 months of the year. It's an amazing breed of pansy. So you can either go for Adams cool wave, or if you prefer a more sophisticated palette.
I'm not sure about that.
No, I'm not either. I love both of them. I'm joking. But the berries and the cream, if you've got maybe a colour scheme for winter, maybe you're going to go for purples and whites and blues, then these are the berries and cream. But both are lovely. I mean, I love yours, Adam, because they're a bit brighter. You've got the yellows in there. But these, say, if you want to kind of have a theme in your garden, go for these.
And of course, you can take the hangers off as well if you want. You can just have it like this one here, just freestanding, just as pots. So, and also, of course, you can keep reusing the pots year after year after year because they're UV stable, frost resistant.
But you might prefer the look and the size of the other option. And these are the rattan ones. And this is what...
I wonder if I can get this to drop down a little bit. Will you have to do that for me?
That's it. Well, seamless, Adam.
There we go.
Seamless.
Look at that. So I can then...
I mean, that's
I can tilt that towards you a bit
We'll
now.
just give you the details of these because they're actually not much more. So there you go. £5 more per basket. Club members, you're going to get those for less than £13 a basket. I'm not being funny. How much would the empty basket cost?
Well, exactly. I mean, they're stupid amounts in the garden centre. You said you saw a garden centre near you. They were charging like 30 quid for one of these.
Yeah.
I mean, to get two, like less than £25.50 club discount price delivered.
And a delivered price, yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's incredible. Now,
and I mean,
get this
not
to work
funny.
the other way now? Will it? Oh, it's my lucky day today.
You're getting good at that, isn't it? Getting good at that.
I couldn't do that twice.
No. They are, we've done all the work, all the growing. And again, these are going to flower for 9-10 months of the year. You can order right now, YouGarden.com. Or if you want a little chat, give us a call, 0844 502 0050. So really busy today, but some amazing deals. And please tell your friends and family about the show. Thanks to everyone that's watching. I will read out some of your comments as well. This is a good question about membership. So, Mahi Creations has said, I have a membership question, please. When it renews next year, do you get new vouchers, or is it just in the first year? You'd be pleased to know you get those vouchers every year.
Annually.
Yeah, you do. So you get £20 worth of vouchers. It is £20 worth of vouchers.
£20 voucher, then you get two £6.99.
Yeah, you get those as well,
free
postage
shipping,
ones.
vouchers as well.
So you get 4 £5 vouchers that you can redeem against your orders, and then you get the 2 postage ones as well. So you get those every time your membership renews. You would be pleased to know. That's really good. Right, just quickly, we're always really short of time, because we've still got loads of very special tulips coming up for you.
Look at that layout of tulips there. I can't wait to get to those. You're going to love them, I tell you. They're beautiful. But this stuff is brilliant.
But to plant all of those bulbs, you need a special bulb fibre compost, don't you, Adam?
You don't. That's ridiculous.
I know. I mean, Adam's been gardening all of his life. He's won 4 gold medals at Chelsea. I've gardened since about the age of 3. And we totally believe that special bulb composts are just a marketing gimmick, aren't
Yeah,
they?
there's so many different bespoke compost out there, and at the end of the day, the plants don't really know the difference. That this will grow. Basically, if it's green and it grows, it's going to love our compost.
And I think bulbs particularly, they don't need that much, do they?
Well, they don't, but I mean, there was actually Paul, a chap called Paul, who sent us a video, some pictures once of daffodils, where he grew some.
I do remember that,
in the
yeah.
premium professional compost, and he grew some of the other daffodils in basic soil. Now, I always say you can grow daffodils on a washing line, and I did not think that you could make daffodils grow any better using this compost. But even daffodils,
I remember
they
that
were
picture,
taller,
actually.
they looked more bright, more bold, more healthy. So this stuff is absolutely brilliant for your bulbs, for your bare root plants, for your house plants, beds and borders, pots and containers, improving soil in your garden. It's got a peat element to it. Yeah, we still use a little bit of peat in our compost because we don't want to use coir. I find that coir doesn't hold on to the moisture, doesn't hold on to the nutrients. It's a nightmare to try and get wet. The peat element in this grabs the water really, really quickly, holds on to the water, which is critical in a year like we've just had, and also de facto will hold on to the nutrients as well. Imagine if you're putting a liquid feed on this, you don't want that just cascading out the bottom. It'll hold on to it. You've got the composted wood fibre as well, giving you that beautiful texture to it, allowing those roots to penetrate, allows the air to get down through. Slow release fertiliser, wetting agent, pH balance, delivered to your door. No shipping involved, and it really is one of our most 5-star rated, revered, reviewed products that we do.
And we've had a lot of orders go through because now is I mean, I'm not being funny, but we're going to be in September next week, and September and October are very, very busy times in the garden. You will be making up pots, containers, hanging baskets, and it's a great time to plant, your bare roots, your perennials for next year. I actually would favour now autumn planting rather than spring, because springs can be a bit dry nowadays.
Joe, I totally back you up on that, Sean. And weirdly, historically, September used to be the start of the gardening year. Going back to Edwardian, Victorian times, that was when the year kicked off.
Yeah, it's true. So very true. Right, I have got some messages, by the way. I will read them out, so do not panic. I know Edward sent me some messages. Andrew sent us some messages as well. Keith has. Anne. So I promise we will read those messages out. Keith is Dingo, isn't it? It's Keith, who we know is Dingo. So I promise we'll read those out. Right. We have got... This basket's massive, isn't it?
Do you want me to... You can move it left a bit if you want.
No, I quite like it there, though. I actually like to see the basket. I'm just going to make sure I don't bash my head. Right, we've got now, coming up, an amazing variety of weird, wonderful, exotic tulips, including the Parrot Mix. 15 bulbs for $9.99, double up for 5 more. And I know some of you already placed lots of orders, but if you're looking at these going, I'd like those as well, you can order as many times as you like. You will not pay postage on anything. These are wowzers, aren't they?
These are wowzers, wow. John. That's such a good word for these. Yeah. I grew these myself this year.
You were telling me earlier.
Yeah,
they're amazing.
I was so blown away by them. Really, really attractive. I had the one with the green marking on it as well. And the flowers lasted for weeks. The petals stayed on for about 4 weeks, which I could not believe. Some even 5 weeks. Good for beds and borders, pots and containers. All tulips generally love a lovely, sunny, warm position. They like quite well-drained baked soil during the summer. Then the bulbs ripen and will come back and flower the following year. But if you want a spectacle in your garden in spring, if you want a talking point, if you want to grow tulips that are so unique, different, unusual, go for these parrot tulips. Beautiful size bulbs, they're firm, they're plump, they're guaranteed to flower for you in 2027, and these will be talking points in your garden. When people come round, friends, relatives, they'll say to you, well, they'll probably first say to you, what are those? And then you say, well, they're actually a type of tulip, they're parrot tulips. And you can see why they're called them parrot tulips. They've got all the beautiful colours you get in the plumage of parrots.
It's true, isn't it?
You can see all those beautiful colours in the petals of these stunning tulips.
Do you know, I love growing new things and trying new things. And, it's really exciting when you grow a bulb variety for the first time and you watch it grow and then the buds form. And then when you see these explode into colour, they are phenomenal. They're really exotic and unusual. So if you'd like to go for those, I grew them as well last year, and I must admit,
they're just pure elegance. They're pure joy. They're different. They're unusual. They're fascinating. They really, really are.
And again, they're on an amazing double-up deal today. But you might look at those, because we've all got different tastes, and you might be looking at the parts thinking, well, they're a bit too much, a bit too bright, I don't know. But Carnival Denise, I think, is quite an elegant tulip, would you say?
It is elegant, and it also reminds me a little bit of a peony
Yes,
flower.
absolutely.
It's got that kind of look to it.
Yeah.
And I think that combination, Sean, of the white and the sort of the red in the middle, and the flowers can open up really big. Now, I don't sound like I'm being repetitive, but I have grown these as well.
We believe you, Adam. No, but it has. I mean, I think we all, when you're a host for YouGarden, you do try and grow as many things as you can.
Yeah, I mean, I got them, samples last year from YouGarden. I planted them, and they were just absolutely, well, the word is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Big goblet-shaped flowers on these. They stayed in bloom for about 4 weeks. Height-wise, they were kind of about knee height, these particular ones. I'm not sure about that picture there, actually, but definitely the previous picture before is definitely the Carnival Denise. But if you want a bulb that really will make a statement, that it's outstandingly beautiful, and look at the little fleck of green you get on the edge of those petals as well. The more you look at these, the more interest you see in them. And of course, you can grow them in the open ground. You can definitely grow them in containers, and they will come back for you in their happy place year after year after year. And they've even got the RHS Award of Garden Merit as well.
I was just thinking how much I love spring as a season.
It's my favourite season by a long chalk. Yeah,
because you're coming out of winter, which you're always tired of winter by the end of it. You might look forward to those cosy nights and sitting by the fire, but once it gets into January and you've kind of done Christmas, you've done New Year, you've piled on loads of weight, your skins, and the daylight hours are really short. It's all grim. But then when you start seeing the bulbs come through and then burst into flower, and you get the longer days. I mean, these are going to flower sort of April, May time, when everything is waking up in the garden. It's a magical time.
It is magical.
It is.
But you can only make that magic happen if you plant the bulbs now. That's the thing.
And I tell you what, you always regret it when you don't make an effort with bulbs. If the odd year, sometimes you can't be bothered or you've been ill or whatever, and you don't plant many bulbs. And when you see everyone else with bulbs in their garden, it's an awful feeling if you don't have any.
I did that the year before last. That's why I planted so many last autumn, because the year before last I didn't bother putting more bulbs in, and some of the older tulips I had didn't come back, and I just had a few odd patches of tulips, and I saw other people's gardens. So that's why last autumn I just went bonkers getting all different bulbs from YouGarden to keep the joy going. And I did grow these ones as well, and these ones. So
I remember the first year that Bex and I worked together. She basically grew like every tulip variety we had in pots. And I didn't, and I had that envy. I had tulip envy.
Yeah, don't get tulip envy. I mean, especially today, we can take advantage of those crazy double-up deals as well.
And we should say, I know it's quite early to buy them, but all of the best varieties do sell out the fastest. It always happens every year. All the really nice ones go first, and then the more, not boring, but the more mainstream varieties, the less unusual ones, they tend to stick around. So, if you've seen things that have taken your fancy, like the stunning Carnival Denise, get them now. And we're saying you can plant them in pots now using new compost, but don't plant them in the ground until October, November.
No, because if you do that, there's a disease called tulip fire that if they're in the ground too long before the temperatures cool down, that can infect the bulbs. If you plant them much later in the season, then that's not going to be a problem.
But in pots with fresh compost,
pots with fresh compost be absolutely fine. Now, I planted these ones about 3 years ago, the Gavota, and what I noticed about them is they are one of the most reliable tulips to come back for you year after year after year.
Because not all tulips do they?
Some
more fussy.
Some tulips might just come up for a couple of years. Some are almost a bit annual, but these ones reliably. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't get these from YouGarden. I bought them from a nursery near me about 3 or 4 years back.
Adam, it's been nice working with the head gardener watching, and that's the end.
I like to be honest, I like to be honest, and these have come back for me, even in that lean year that I had where I didn't put loads in. The Gavota came back and looked really
we'll let you off
beautiful.
because you weren't actually working a lot for YouGarden, then were you, Adam? So we'll let him off.
Well, we're back at the other place then, weren't
Yeah.
we? Yeah.
I've never grown them, but I have to say, I think that colour combination is really rare and unusual, isn't it?
And these, again, they really, really stand out, and the petals stay on for about 4 weeks. Now, I will kind of sort of caveat that by saying, obviously, this year we had a particularly nice, warm, dry spring.
Of course.
So that does make a difference. But if you want a tulip that is really outstanding and different, because you've got that lovely, lovely kind of, I mean, what would you describe that colour as there? I mean, it's like a sort of a, I don't know, like a chestnut, kind of a dark red.
I was going to say magenta.
Magenta. Yeah, that's
would you go for
good.
magenta?
Yeah, I think magenta could be good. And contrasting with the lovely yellow of the edge of the petals, it really, really does stand out, this one. I can, from my own experience, I can totally get...
It's definitely got like a burgundiness to it, hasn't it, with yellow?
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. Really unusual.
I could definitely recommend it.
I don't think I've ever seen so many gorgeous tulips, actually. And there's more. Oh, yes. Because coming up next, we have got Tulip Flaming Flag. This is a gorgeous one, actually.
Yeah, Flaming Flag is nice in the sense that you've got a flower that's pretty much one colour, but you've got these lovely flecks of colour that sort of almost bleed up through the actual petals, making it very different, very unusual.
And I know with this particular variety, those purple flecks, as the flower ages, they tend to spread a bit more, and they sometimes take on a bit of a pinkish hue as well.
Yeah, and that's the nice thing about tulips, the flower colour can change. Now, one thing I would suggest to you as well, of all the double-up offers we've got today, what you could do, if you want to, you can actually have tulips as beautiful cut flowers. So if you double up, so for instance, you could put one pack in your allotment or your kitchen garden, just plant them in a straight row, use those for cut flowers, and then the others you can keep in the garden and enjoy them indoors and outdoors.
Now, all of these, as we keep saying, they are on double up deals. It does make sense to get twice the amount for just £5 more. And I'll say it again, you can either go for 12 or for an extra £5, you can get 24 for £14.99. Club members, you'll get those for £12.74, which is amazing value. Don't forget to get the free delivery and all the special offers. You need to use the offer code, which is valid right now for this week, which is YGTV 3526. And anybody, if you've never ordered before, you will get the free delivery, you'll get all the discounts just by using that offer code today. And I should say, YouGarden, we're proud to say we are on various platforms. You'll see us in, on lots of different marketplaces, Amazon, eBay.
Gardener's World magazine, I've seen.
Yeah, we're there. TikTok, B&Q. We are a big company, but you get the most amazing value by coming direct to us in our potting shed right now and getting the best prices and free delivery by using the offer code. It's amazing value, and I'm not just saying it. When I sometimes am gobsmacked when I see how low the prices are, and I'm sure you're the same. YGTV 3526 is the offer code today. Now we do have one final beautiful selection for you.
Banjaluka.
Yeah. Now I know this featured last week. It was incredibly popular. Now, I pronounce it Banjaluka, but some people saying Banya. Is it Banya?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just happy to go with Banjaluka.
I like Banja, but it could be Banya.
Banjaluka, yeah. It's like that Musa. Some people say Musa Bazju and some people say Musa Baju. So it's just, depends really. But I haven't got this one, but I want it. Because look at it, who would not want this tulip?
I know.
It's got that really kind of beautiful bicoloured flower heads, those perfectly cupped flowers as well. Lovely long straight stems, about 50 centimetres tall. Tough stems as well. So these aren't going to blow over in the wind or the rain or anything like that. And these are your more late spring to almost kind of early summer flowers. So these will go from April through to May for you. And as always, on all our bulbs, you can grow them in pots or containers, beds and borders. Tulips do love a really lovely, bright, open, sunny spot, though. That's their really, really good, happy place. But of course, if you double up on these as well, you can have some of these as cut flowers, and you can have them grown in the garden as well. And a little tip that somebody gave me years ago, sometimes when you have tulips in a vase, and after a few days, they do that funny contorting of the stems.
Yes.
If you get a needle or a pin and you put that through the stem a few times, just a few inches below the flower head, that that actually stops them from twisting and contorting.
I have done that,
apparently.
and it does seem to work.
Yeah.
Just quickly, by the way, if you're having any problems with the double up deals, because we are also running a 3 for 2 offer on our website. So if you're having any problems, the best thing to do is just go for the double up option separately. So do one, check out, do another check out, only if you're having any problems. That's all I will say. But hopefully you're not. But anyway, if you might just find you put several in, the price is even better. So, you know, the options are there. But we can honestly say the double up deals are incredible today. Right. I promise you, I will read out some of your emails, if I had to do that next, shall I? But we need to go back to one of your recommendations today, Adam, which is the Camassia.
Well, the nice thing about the Camassia is, you know, it's nice to be able to talk about a plant that I've actually grown. I mean, at home, John's got these. My husband John's got these in his front garden. I grow them in my own back garden. John's are in full sun. Mine are in shade, and they do very well in both situations. The only thing that they do demand is they do like a sort of a moisture retentive soil. So don't put them in very dry soil, but these are dramatic. They're spectacular. They will not be ignored. They will grab everybody's attention. They get up to about 1 metre tall with loads and loads of flowers. I mean, you can have 20, 30 of these beautiful flowers going all the way down the flower spike. They flower for about 4 weeks. And what we noticed is they double up and naturalise really, really quickly. So from planting 2 or 3 bulbs in a space, within a couple of 2 or 3 years, you could end up with sort of 10, 15 flower spikes just from that original clump of 2 or 3 bulbs. In their happy place, they'll do that. And look at the beautiful little stamens there with the beautiful pollen on the ends. They'll bring in the pollinators as well. I'm not surprised these have been popular today. Get them home, take advantage of the double up. Send us your pictures next year and show us how beautiful they look.
Right. I've just been looking at some of your emails. Andrew Lawrence, our friend Andrew, sent in a picture of his garden after the rain this morning. Are you ready for this? I mean,
look at that.
I mean, Andrew.
That's a joy, isn't it?
I mean, I'm going to just zoom in, look.
Look at that. That is just magic, isn't it?
I mean...
And you can almost hear those plants sighing with relief, can't you? It's almost like, oh, thank you. I've had a nice wash.
I mean...
all the dust has been washed off my leaves. I've got lovely moist soil now. I've got gorgeous humidity. In fact, what we're going to notice in our garden, actually, and this happened last year as well, a lot of gardens will get what they call a second spring.
Yes.
And I think we're going to see that again this year. We're going to see a lot of things that we thought had given up suddenly unusually come back into flowering again before autumn really kicks in.
Andrew, I'm honestly rather speechless looking at your
beautiful?
garden.
That is absolutely stunning.
It's amazing. It's such a credit to you. I actually got to meet Andrew a few months ago. He came to the pub.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's lovely to meet him. Yeah, a lovely chap.
Beautiful.
I was like, oh, I wish the pub garden looked better when it arrived. But anyway, that's another story. Right, Dingo. Hi, Adam and Sean.
Hi,
just put
Dingo.
an order through for this lot. They sent a list, apparently. Kindoxa, your Camassia, and the Pushkinia.
Oh, Pushkinias are beautiful.
Yes.
Love them.
Thank you, Dingo. Really appreciate it as always. We really do. Right, what's Anne sent us?
Oh, that's good.
So I asked how your hanging baskets were looking. Well, Anne's look really good still.
Well, Anne, you've bucked the trend there. Look how gorgeous that looks. I mean, wowzer. That is really, really nice. Can we zoom in on that towel pot to see what's Oh, I think it's a type of clematis.
It's definitely clematis, isn't it?
Yeah.
But your baskets look fantastic.
Isn't that lovely?
Yes. I think you should be very proud of those because many don't. Right, Olive, help please, my magnolia genie is looking a bit sick. It is planting your professional compost. Leaves are twisting, curling and mothing yellow.
Yeah, I've got a magnolia that's looking exactly the same. It's the heat, it's the sun, it's the stress of the weather. That's what's done it. So what I'd suggest to you next year is move that magnolia to a slightly shadier spot.
I agree.
And definitely make sure that it doesn't get the full-on midday baking sun. I left mine out in the sun and it got absolutely annihilated by the extreme heat. That's all it is. But don't worry, keep it moist now till autumn. Make sure it's drained well in autumn time. Don't let it sit in a waterlogged soil. It'll come back with beautiful brand new leaves next year and it should be fine. Should be good, so don't worry.
Cool. Well, thank you so much. Right, did Hattie Joe sent something earlier. Right, I think I'm going to have to tap on these individually. Right, here we go.
Oh.
You're getting this fruit. Look at those lemons.
Oh, my goodness me.
Yeah.
I didn't see them for a minute because it...
Can you see at the bottom? There's 15 apparently. Look at all those.
That's
Can you see
good.
now, Adam? Look.
Yeah, coming on good, they are.
Look at those lemons. Brilliant.
Well, I mean, they've enjoyed being outside, haven't they? They've loved the kind of the heat, the daylight, the day length.
What's Hattie Joe? There's another one. Look, they can see more of them.
Oh, well obvious on there.
Yeah. Hattie Joe, there's loads on there. And then I think, hang on, is there one more picture as well?
Hattie Joe's
more
definitely
lemons, yeah.
gifted with green fingers.
Absolutely.
Everything
and
she
then
touches does beautifully in the garden.
She sent one with a Rebecca as well.
I've had lovely Rebecca.
Oh, wowzer.
They're looking good. I love the two colours there.
I think that's a cappuccino and the prairie. So it's all mixed, isn't it?
Yeah, we did cappuccino, prairie sun, and we did that's it. Yeah, Pawnee spirit.
Yes. It's always sounded a bit rude. And there it is. Hey, I like the pot. And a bit of colis in there as well.
Yeah, that's that. And you see, that is your classic, really tailored look there, which I think is stunning. Really beautifully coordinated.
Well done, Hattie Joe. Amazing pictures. Yeah, thank you. I really enjoyed this. Right, just quickly. So if you'd like Adam's Camassia, again, double up deal, $9.99 or an extra $5, but we'll give you 100 bulbs.
Yeah.
Now, in the YouTube chat, we've had some comments about tulips, Adam.
Okay.
You're talking about how to get them to
Yeah, I was
stand
saying
up again.
about, sometimes... lemonade.
Yeah, Naomi said, give them a splash of lemonade in the vase. It works a treat.
Apparently, you can use those little blue pills as well. That's supposed to work.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard that works. I've heard. Have a look. Google
She
it.
said you need to retract that statement immediately, Adam.
No, I've heard anecdotally that works for plants.
Some people put a bit of bleach in flowers. When
That's to stop
the bacteria.
Yeah, because the end of the stems then get clogged and they can't take the water, but only in a few drops.
So,
I put too much in once, and I came down the next day, all my stems had just gone to mush, where I literally just bleached them to death.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So anyway, lots of hints, tips and advice here on YGTV, including blue pills. Right, Camassia. Talking of blue, been really popular, Adam. So just remind us, where do we plant these and how do they grow?
You can plant these in sun, you can plant these in shade. They do need a moisture retentive soil though, but these are stunning, spectacular statement plants. They originate from the States. They get to about 1 metre tall, and you end up with these towering, tall, beautiful blue, purpley blue flower spikes with those lovely stamens, and they will double up, they will multiply really, really quickly within 2 or 3 years, and they're just glorious. They really, really are easy to grow and spectacular, and they'll bring in loads and loads of pollinators.
So am I right in saying that you don't see them that often in the UK?
No, you don't, and I don't know why.
No, I don't.
Because they are simple. I mean, in John's front garden every year, when he's out there, people stop him every year when they're flowering and say, what are those stunningly beautiful blue flowers? And what John's done, John's grown some with a euphorbia that he's got as well, that's got that lovely acidy kind of yellow flower.
Yeah, so, I've got that one, yeah.
So, and those two colours...
And they probably flower at the same time, don't they?
Go together really, really well. Well, I'm liking to do suggestions there, like contrast against something like Laura Petalan, for example.
Yeah.
That could look really, really nice.
I mean, I could see those working in so many different areas.
Miner's Merlot, that could be a beautiful companion with these as well. If you fancied that, that could work well.
So look, loads of going for those. I'm the same. I've never grown them. I feel a bit daft that I've never grown them, but I haven't. But I will certainly be ordering. That's the Camassia there, $9.99, double up, and you get 100 for an extra $5.
And soak overnight before you plant them.
Yes, that gives them a head
That
start.
will plump the bulbs up really quick.
Right, we've also got the most stunning tulips. Now, we are really proud of the quality of our bulbs, the size, the fact that they're really firm. You never want to get a mushy, soggy bulb because it's not going to grow, but these are the double flowering mixed bouquet. And I mean, they are like peonies, aren't they?
Look at those. I mean,
amazing.
They are just stunningly beautiful, those, aren't they? They look like one of those sort of classic paintings by one of the masters.
Yes, Rembrandt.
Rembrandt. You know, you go into a big
Yes.
stately home and you see those really old pictures on the wall.
Oh, yes, I believe that's some of Rembrandt's finest work, Adam.
But look at them. They are...
Yes, the way he depicts those double flowering tulips, that bouquet is some of his finest work ever. A masterpiece.
They are a masterpiece, aren't they? They're a masterpiece of nature. You got, I mean, look like peony flowered tulips there. Look at the colour range as well. Those gorgeous, sumptuous pinks, apricots, reds. I need these as well. I haven't got these. I want these. I always covet tulips. I mean, you know, double up for another £5.
Quadruple up, Adam.
Why not? I mean, you know, 36 bulbs you could double up to, and you're going to find loads of places for these.
Yeah, I agree. And they will... I know whenever you really make an effort with tulips and you buy the really beautiful ones, honestly, it's sensational. When you see tulips like that en masse, I know one of my neighbours, Sue, she did a big tulip display a couple of years ago, and her front garden, I mean, the whole village was talking about it. So, have you seen, because I live in a little village, have you seen Sue's tulips this year? Oh, they're amazing, you know, and these will give you those incredible displays that will turn heads. So, yeah, enviable borders, they'll put a smile on your face. These are big, they're blousy, they're beautiful, and you can double up for just an extra £5 today. Hey, now I know we're talking about problems with foxes digging up bulbs.
Yeah.
Adam said he's been on really bad form today. He said, do a wee in the garden, that'll help. Then he started talking about blue pills in flowers. Naughty, naughty.
Does
Adam.
work as well.
But
now we're talking...
Spurs Strex has said, hot chili powder works 100%. No more dug up bulbs by foxes for the last 3 years.
Yeah, well, there you go. Give that a go. I know John tries it to keep cats away, and it works for cats. Cats don't like it either.
No,
because
I'm sure a lot of animals don't like it.
No. So yeah, try that. I mean, you know, well, if the fox does do it, they'll only do it once, wouldn't they? Because I don't suppose they've tasted chili before.
So there you go. That's a great tip. Thank you so much. Now we've also got for you the complete allium collection. And I love this one. You get all of these with the exception of that one, by the way. We took that out because we didn't think it really went with the others. But these are going to give you flowers. I'm thinking allium molly there, the first flower, May.
Definitely.
But some of these will go through to July, maybe even August, the drumsticks.
The one just above your hand, actually, the drumstick ones, they can go right the way into July into August. So you've got 6-7 months here of flower from this wonderful collection of 100 allium bulbs, all individually bagged for you, so you know which ones are which. This is your allium molly, probably the shortest one, the earliest flowering. Then you've got the nigrum, this one here, which has got those lovely big flat heads of flower. There's your cephalotherum things, your drumstick ones, which can dry. That's your
Neapolitanum.
Your Neapolitanum, which again have got those white flowers, but a little bit more open.
Easier, couldn't they, Adam?
They could have done. You've got your purple sensation there. They're easy to remember.
Yeah, that's
those are what you call your archetypal Chelsea flower show allium. So,
and the Christophii, those big sort of like star ones, aren't they?
Yeah. So a real impressive mix here.
They're lovely, those.
And the great thing about alliums is they are not bothered by drought. They're not bothered by extreme hot temperatures. So if you're looking for some bulbs next year, you don't have to water, you don't have to mollycoddle. That will grow in very poor soil even. They don't need very rich, heavy soils. They do well in really gravelly, stony, sandy soil even. They've done bonkers in my garden. They've loved my sandy soil. 100 bulbs there for you as well.
Yeah, or you can double up and get 200 for $24.99. The other alliums we've got, by the way, are the big impact alliums. Lots of new varieties in here, ones you maybe don't know, and these are big bulbs. You get 10 of them, or you can double up and get 20. So this is the other allium selection for you. So what I'm going to say is I think if you want a bit more of a theme and you want purples, pinks and whites, because that colour palette works really well, this would be a great alternative. And some of these, I'll be honest, some of these I'm not as familiar with.
Some are a little bit new on me as well, to be honest with you. But I mean, these, we've really kind of hand-picked these to give you those exquisite, different, unusual, spectacular displays. And of course, leave the seed heads on alliums as well. Don't deadhead them straight away because they look as brilliant once they're in seed as they are when they're actually in flower for you as well. And again, if you want some bulbs that will come back year after year in that hot, dry, sunny, baked situation, alliums are definitely the ones for you. And the great thing about alliums is the foliage dies down really quickly.
But I do like the fact that in that collection, you have got some really unusual varieties. Now, we are going to remind you also of the incredible 300 spring bulb collection. So this one is amazing value. I mean, it's outstanding value. Just to talk you through, you've got the Sphaerocephalons. These are the drumstick alliums. They're going to flower July and August time. So they're going to be the last to flower. Pollinators love those. Then you've got Triumph tulips. They're going to be out in April, maybe early May, depending on what kind of spring we get. Stunning classic tulips. Then you've got your Muscari. I know these as grape hyacinths, great sort of like woodland bulb, and they naturalise beautifully. They're going to be around in sort of like April, May. These two on the left, you've got Allium molly, which is a May-flowering allium, quite short, about 20, 30 centimetres, and then the Narcissus caniculatus. You even get crocus bulbs included in this amazing collection as well. So 7 varieties, 300 bulbs. Oh, those are the Iphians, by the way. They're little star-shaped flowers. We do include the pinks as well as the blues and the whites, and they're going to be around in sort of March time as well. So we're talking flowers from February all the way through to July, maybe even nudging into August. They're going to come back every single year, and if you're a club member, they work out about 4.2 pence a bulb, even less if you double up. I mean, just ridiculous value. And of course, you know, Adam and I were talking earlier about how much we love lasagna planting, and they'd make a great bulb lasagna where you get months of colour in a single pot.
Yeah, work well with that collection, wouldn't it?
It would. Right, we have had an email come in, and it was from Spurs that gives the advice about the chili powder.
Glad you liked that compost. It's good to hear. I mean, come on, who's not going to like it? What's not to like about our compost anyway? I mean, everybody you speak to that's tried this for the first time always says, don't they, Sean, how brilliant it is.
And he sent us pictures as well, but said so basically sent us a couple of pictures of amazing looking plants, saying, all with your compost, the best in the world. Shall we see what the results were like? Is that okay?
Yeah, well, no, definitely.
Oh my word, look at this. Oh my word!
See, that is what
it's like a flower show.
Look at that, isn't that lovely?
It's like a Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean that is your classic herbaceous perennial borders, and look at the way they all kind of blend into each other. You can't see any soil.
That's amazing.
That is stunning. Really stunning.
Do you think a lot of those are separate containers by the looks of things?
It looks at the front, yeah.
The front
just
is
sort of mixed and matched to get that incredible look.
Honestly, that is a Chelsea winner. And look at this as well.
Oh, that is stunning. Absolutely stunning.
I mean, it is, isn't it? That's how everyone wants that kind of country cottage.
Yeah,
you cannot see a bit of earth, can you?
No, which is right up my street because I hate seeing bare earth. Drives me bonkers. I can't stand it. I like...
There's a few more. Oh, my word, these are incredible. I mean, all with our compost, Adam.
Yeah, well, you can see there. Look at the results you've got.
I
mean, look how wonderful those flowers are. How tall, healthy, bright.
And I think there's one more, actually.
They all are there. Oh, I'd love to see this garden.
I would.
I really would.
Wowzer. So thank you so much. That's from Trexper, who said, all with your compost, the best in the world. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah. Cheers. Really heartfelt thanks.
Makes our gardens look terrible, Adam.
Well, yeah.
Actually, no.
Well, you speak for yourself.
No. Mine looks pretty good this year. Bits of it do, not all of it.
Yeah, I mean, my top garden I've had for 7 years, that's looking really, really good. But the new bit we've got, that's still a work in progress.
Yeah, I'm the same. But the established bits look great. But thank you for that. And do you know what? Every year's a different year, isn't it? But it's all about the journey and...
Learning.
Learning. Yeah. But there are certain things you can do to make sure that your plants do really well, and compost is an absolute must, and I cannot emphasize it enough. You know, not just in your pots and containers, and I know we are going to be planting up our autumn winter bedding very shortly, probably the next few weeks, but autumn is a great time to plant new perennials in your garden, to plant new shrubs and bare roots, and please use our compost when you do. I always do. When I'm digging a hole to put a plant in, I always mix in some of our compost. Do you do the same?
I do, yeah. And what I'm going to do this year, I've got a north-facing border in my garden that looks brilliant every year. But this year, I have struggled to keep it hydrated, and lots of the plants just keep drooping. And what's happened there is all the plants have formed a really dense sort of matted root system on the top. So this autumn, I'm going to get in between. I'm going to break all that up, and then I'm going to put loads and loads of this in between those plants, Sean. And what that will do is, over the winter, this will lock in all the winter rain, all the goodness as well from the fertiliser will get down into the soil below. So next year in that area, I'm not going to have to keep watering. Those plants are going to look much, much healthier because this has got a peat element that really does hold on and soak in the moisture for you, which is really crucial when we've had a summer like this year.
And I mean, just being honest, a lot of the peat-free compost, we've tried them, we've done our best, we've sold them as well, and we've tried to grow some of our roses in them, but we just haven't had quite the results that we'd like. And this summer, I think a lot of the coir-based compost, they were pretty much useless. They dried out horrifically, didn't they?
I can't say the name, but we went to a very famous place en masse, didn't we? Some Mondays back now.
And new plant breeder.
Yeah, and that company there have been using peat-free. They've said now they're going to go back to compost with a peat element in it because they're just not getting the results with the peat-free.
And don't get us wrong, we have got reduced peat in here. So over the years, we've drastically and dramatically reduced the amount of peat, but there is some in there. And we do include replenishable peats as well, but it gets you those amazing results. And if you want, you've seen some of the results we've had, Lawrence and Andrew Lawrence, I should say, and Trex that just sent in those lovely pictures. But you will get amazing results with this.
I need separate compost for my houseplants, don't I?
Rubbish.
I need a special compost for roses.
You're talking gibberish, absolute nonsense.
I need a special compost for bulbs.
What a load of old...
I've got to put my acers in a special compost.
It's getting ridiculous now.
That's the thing. That's all you need is this. That's the thing.
It's so true.
It is as simple as that. Don't get hoodwinked into buying multiple different types of compost. This is brilliant for practically everything that's green and grows.
And I'm going to say the same with your cleaning products. Supermarkets are brilliant at making you think that you need 30, 40 cleaning products. You don't. Same with compost. But let's show you the difference that our compost will actually make.
We always say our premium professional compost is the absolute best, so we are going to put it to the test. We have been to the garden centre to buy another compost. We have also got 2 of our garden-ready plug plants and 2 clear vessels that we have put some drainage holes in the bottom of. So let's get planting and see what happens. So there we have it. I've got my 2 garden-ready plants, 1 in the premium professional compost, 1 in another compost. We're going to put them in exactly the same place. We're going to treat them the same. We're going to see what happens. And here they are 4 months later. They've both obviously grown, but let's take a closer look. So first, the plant in the competitor compost. Let's have a look inside. As I pull that out, you can see that there is some root growth, but that is really going to be struggling to reach for its nutrients because it has not formed that nice strong root structure. And now the plant in our premium professional compost, as I pull that out, you can absolutely see the difference. The roots go right the way to the bottom of the pot, which means we're going to have a stronger, longer lasting display from this plant. So if you want stronger and healthier and better looking plants and you have not tried our premium professional compost, there has never been a better time.
They really has. And I know a lot of you lovely regulars that have supported YouGarden for years, if not decades. I know you know this compost, but if you haven't tried it, I would love you to try it just once and see what results you get. Now, there is quite a big difference in the 2 prices on the screen. The recommended retail price is $44.97. The red price is what you'll pay today, but if you're a club member, you get it for £23.79. That's a difference of £4.20. And don't forget, you can become a club member today for just £10, and that is a membership that will last a year on auto renewal. And you get £20 worth of vouchers with that. You'll get some extra postage vouchers. So it is absolutely worth becoming a club member. Even if you just bought compost 3 times a year from us, you would save money. And don't forget, the compost has got free shipping, but everything on the live does have free postage as long as you use that offer code, which is YGTV 3526 today. Right, back to Adam, because we have got... I'm just watching out for this hanging basket. We have got some beautiful narcissi. I don't know where to stand here. There or there, Adam?
No, the other way. That's right. Yeah.
What, there? I'm just avoiding this basket. I'll crouch
There you
here.
go. That's
all
that
right.
works. That
yeah,
works.
there you go. I'm just sort of squatting here. Right, so this is the citrus sorbet. Manu's going to go soon, Adam.
And these are like, if you like, these are like the kind of daffodil equivalent of those beautiful tulips that we had. So,
Yes.
So you're getting those super double flowers on these, and some of these are fragrant as well. But look how intricate these flowers are, Sean.
I think they're stunning. I mean, you know, to get the doubles, all of those beautiful layers and layers of petals. There's some really soft colours. I mean, we've called it the sorbet mix, and it's perfect. You've got gentle peaches and lemons and soft yellows in those, and ivories.
Yeah.
Stunning colours.
And even some pinks, like little pink
Yeah.
centres to those. And I mean, just look at that vase of narcissus or daffodils there. That is absolutely beguiling, really, to see all those lovely, lovely colours and shapes in there. And of course, the fragrance as well. But look at, just think how gorgeous they're going to look in your garden, in the beds and borders, pots and containers. And daffodils are so easy to grow, aren't they? You can grow them in lawns, and they're guaranteed to flower for you. We've got 25 really big, chunky bulbs in the bag. Lovely, lovely mix of colours. Put them all over the garden. Anywhere really you want that early colour. These will flower for you about March time, going into sort of April. They'll come back year after year. They'll multiply. They'll naturalise. They just bring you joy year after, decade after decade.
And I know most of you will know how to plant bulbs. We've just done a few new videos for our website, actually, but they're so easy. I mean, as long as you have good drainage, that is the key. Point your side up, but you know what? I mean, they'll have full instruction of the packets in terms of planting depth and planting width, but bulbs are quite forgiving. I mean, I have never in my life measured how deep to plant a bulb.
No.
No.
And you know what? Daffodils generally, if you're not sure, go slightly deeper rather than shallower. That's the best thing to do.
I agree. But, they're not too fussy. Right. These are exciting, do you think?
These are exciting, and these are...
You were telling me about that. Actually, great. These.
Yeah, these are my old garden in Bishop Stortford, and these are easy to grow, and these spread like wildfire as well. So these really, really sort of go all over your garden, and they're incredibly stunning.
Are these hardy?
Yeah.
They'll stay out all year round?
Yeah, these ones do. These will come back year after year. Now, having said that, they will come back year after year in their happy place. Now, these want very sunny, well-drained situations. Yeah. That's even sandy, gravelly, stony soil. And I've seen these actually naturalise in lawns. I've seen them come up in beds and borders. I've seen them come up in crevices between paving stones. They will flower for about 4 to 5 weeks, and they don't need any support or anything like that. And they flower much earlier than the year than the normal gladiolus. So these are going to be more kind of early to midsummer, rather than sort of August going into autumn.
A lovely cut flower still?
Yeah, you can have these as cut flowers, but they're easy, they're simple, they're a real joy. And once you've got them, say in that happy place, you'll have them for many, many years to come.
And they flower a bit early, you said?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they flower earlier than the traditional very tall type of gladiolus.
Which is like July, isn't
it?
About
July going into August. These are more kind of May going into June, that time of year.
Again, we've got an incredible double-up deal. So 35 bulbs for $9.99. For an extra $5, you can get 70 of those. Fully winter hardy, and they're 602 for one. Now, Dingo did a nice little shop earlier. Thank you, Dingo, so much. And I remember these being on the list, the Piscinia.
Yeah, Piscinia are another one of those little bulbs that really make a big impression. I mean, most of the year you don't see them, then suddenly, sort of late winter to mid-spring, they'll pop through. Flowers only about so tall, but that's lovely, lovely sort of soft, very soft blue with that deeper stripe through the middle. These will naturalise, they'll spread. Beds and borders, pots and containers, lawns, window boxes, hanging baskets, because they're nice and compact. Rockeries,
yes,
you can grow these anywhere, and they'll grow in full sun or part shade, even under trees and awkward places, bases of hedges, and then they flower, they'll seed, and eventually those seeds will produce flowering plants 3 or 4 years down the line, but they'll also produce more plants by creating little bulbs that come off the main bulb that you originally plant. A real joy and easy and simple to grow.
And I just love that it's almost like a turquoise stripe that you've got in the petals. They're really sweet, are those. And again, on that double up deal. So if you want to go for 120, just put 2 in your basket, add that offer code YGTV 3526, and you will get your discounts. You also get free delivery on everything on YouGarden TV as well. Right. Now I pronounce this Keondoxa.
Yeah, Keondoxa.
Is that correct? Or Cheerdox?
Cheerdox, honestly, it's tomatoes, isn't it, really?
No.
It's just semantics. But, different people, I used to know somebody used to call cotoneasters cotoneasters. So
I like that.
Depends where you are.
Hey, we're not fussy. But these are another really sweet bulb, aren't they?
They are, and very, very similar in a lot of ways to the Priscinia, in that they flower very early in the year. They're actually called Glory of the Snow. These ones, again, will naturalise. They'll spread in gravel areas, lawns, beds and borders, pots, containers, window boxes. Just bring joy right at the end of winter. I remember where I used to live in Bishop Stortford, these, because the house I lived in there was about 150 years old, as all the houses were along there, and these had run wild across all the front gardens, all the way down the street over the years. They're kind of just spread. And it was a real joy every spring, Sean, just to see these bright blue, pink and white flowers, sometimes coming up through the snow if you had a cold winter. But again, once you've got these, you will have them for always.
Do you know, I think there are so many bulbs that people don't maybe know. We know most people know crocuses and they know the snowdrops and the daffodils and the tulips, but there are some really beautiful bulbs that are a little bit, say, more unusual. I think that's definitely one of them. And then last but by no means least, we've got the ranunculus. This is one of my mum's favourites, actually.
Yeah, ranunculus. These are relatives of the buttercups. These are a member of the buttercup family. And if you look at the leaves, they look
you can see that,
very similar
yeah,
to buttercup leaves. These will flower for you, again, sort of very late spring going into midsummer. And they've got these look very unpromising kind of...
They're really funny looking things. They're like a claw, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Like a mini claw.
I'll get one out. I'll hold one up there for you.
The weirdest thing.
I mean, almost a bit kind of spidery, almost a bit like a miniature octopus. But seriously, give these a soak overnight, and in their very first year, these will actually produce flowers for you. It's unbelievable, but they do. I grew a whole pot of these last spring.
So when you look at that funny little thing,
yeah,
I mean, it's amazing how that, like, let's be honest, quite ugly-looking bulb produces the most beautiful flowers like that.
And now, big double flower heads on those as well. Nice size.
And I think a lot of people don't realise you can grow these from bulbs. A lot of the nurseries and garden centres, they sell these in springtime in 9 centimetre pots in flower
for a lot of money,
for several pounds. Yeah, but you can very easily grow them from bulb. So flowers in the first year, but presumably, Adam, as they mature, as the years pass by, you get more and more blooms and bigger plants.
You do, Sean, and also you can have these as cut flowers as well. Oh, how weird is that? Well, Stuart and I said something simultaneously there. Yeah, you can have these as cut flowers if you want to. So if you're going to have them as cut flowers, just cut the flower stem off, but leave the foliage, because then the foliage will build up energy for the actual bulb or corm to come back and flower for you the following year. They like a moisture-retentive soil, a sunny position, and if you plant them somewhere like that, you will get them to come back season after season. By kind of mid to late summer, they disappear. They kind of die back down underground, but then they will come back for you the following year.
Do you know, we've had a lovely live. Thank you so much. Lots of orders going through as well. But let's remind you of some of the absolute favourites that we've had today. I think we're going to, I think your top tip has been the favourite, the Camassia. So, Adam, you were saying this is a very versatile bulb in terms of where it will grow.
Yeah, well, I know from personal experience at home. John's grows these in his front garden at home, which is very sunny. It's sort of southwest facing, and they do very well there. I grow them in my back garden in a shadier kind of spot, and they do very well there as well. They get to about 1 metre tall, they flower for about 4 weeks, and they have these beautiful, deep, kind of purpley blue flowers that look really spectacular, and loads of flowers all the way down the stem. And they're another bulb as well that will naturalise and bulk up and spread very, very quickly.
Well, I've never grown them, but you've completely persuaded me as well.
You've got to grow them, Sean, and I want to see pictures.
Yeah. I'm seriously, I'm definitely going for those. And the other favourites, I mean, there's been lots of orders go through, but you've loved these, and I'm not surprised. These are the Tulip Double Flying Mixed Bouquet. 18 bulbs, don't do it. Double up. For an extra £5, you can get 36. And for all of our 50,000 or so club members, you would get those for £12.74 for 36. Delivered free when you use the offer code YGTV 3526. They are spectacular, aren't they?
Yeah, and our bulb prices are they're abnormal. I mean, you go to the garden centres and you see those little packs hanging on the racks, and they'll put 4 or 5 little piggly bulbs in there, and they'll charge you like 10 quid or something for a few bulbs. I mean, the fact that you can get 36 bulbs for that ridiculous bonkers double up price is unreal.
So you might be brand new to YouGarden television, so let's just show you how you place an order on our website, YouGarden.com, and it couldn't be easier. So if you go on our website, where it said live now, you want to click onto that and it will show you everything that's available during our live stream. You can of course order afterwards as well. So all of the bulbs are on double up deals. I think we've got to go for that Camassia. So there's multi-packs are also on a double up. So add that to basket. Let's have a look at the basket. So we've gone for the tulips and we've gone for Adam's Camassia. 2 of each in. And there you go. You've got a saving of almost £10. Now we're not charging any postage because we put the code in. If you didn't have the code, you'd actually be spending $36.96, and you would obviously be paying your postage in that. Put that special offer code in, YGTV 3526, apply the code, boom, and you've now got, oh hang on, there we go, and look at that, you've got a massive saving, and you get all of that delivered for £30, just under £30. Club members, you would get an extra 15% off that price as well. And our club, if you're not a club member, I promise you, for £10 a year, you will save potentially hundreds and hundreds of pounds.
But even on that offer there, that example there, if you join today, you'd still save £6 today.
Yeah, you would.
That.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's only costing you £4 really today with that saving to join.
Now we are nearly out of time. We are back with YGTV on Sunday.
That'll be myself on Sunday.
Yeah, 11 o'clock. And I will be back, I think, on next week, I think. I don't know. I don't think it is me now, actually. I might be.
I'm here for the next 5 days, including today. And yeah.
Yeah, I'm not on for ages, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm in London, I think, on Thursday. Right, let's remind you of the ready-made hanging baskets, though. So if your hanging baskets are looking a little bit tired, if they're on the brink of going over, if they've totally gone over, why not just think, OK, I'm just going to hang some new ones up? Because these work out £8.49 a basket. They're all pre-planted. They're all in bud and flower right now. You literally take them out of the box and hang them up, and that is it. And you've got a choice. Now, Adam's got what we call the Cool Wave. I've got the berries and cream. So there's a choice of these. The berries and cream come in the purple. The Cool Wave come in the green. But you literally take them out of the box and do that.
That's it.
That's it.
If they're feeling a little bit light, give them a drink. You could give them an odd feed as well, and just deadhead. That's all you need to do, because if you keep taking the deadheads off, and by deadhead I mean you can see the flower here has gone a little bit kind of fold up. That's when you know it's ready to pick off.
We should say as well, this isn't any old pansy. The Cool Wave series flower for 9 or 10 months of the year, and they gently trail. It's an absolute breeding breakthrough. So please don't look at these and think, oh, my local supermarket, they've got winter hanging baskets. These trail and cascade. They flower for 9, 10 months of the year, and they produce hundreds, if not thousands, of flowers.
Yeah, and hardy down to minus 25 degrees centigrade as
wow.
well. Minus 20. I don't know if they tested them at that temperature, but they are.
So even if they get covered in snow in the winter, they'll survive. So all you do is choose your colour. So you can either go for the Cool Wave, which is in the green, which has it's got lots of colours in there, bicolours, tricolours, yellows, or if you prefer just a colour scheme, if you're going for like cool colours in the winter, the berries and cream are all purples and blues and creams. But all have been pre-planted, are ready to go right now. The value is amazing. It works out £8.49 a basket with free delivery. And if you want to size up the other ones we've got, again, you've got a choice of berries and cream or Cool Wave, and the rattan ones, which are the ones that keep clonking our heads. The really big ones. Those there. They're huge.
They are. And the price on them is like 30 quid for one of these in a garden centre. Probably
I think we're great.
Most people wouldn't balk at, would they? But two with that club discount price, £25.48.
Yeah, it works out less than £13 a hanging basket. What would you pay for the basket alone? I reckon you could easily pay $7.99 for that basket.
Oh, easily. Yeah,
easily.
Yeah. And even the smaller ones, these plastic baskets on their own in garden centres are like 10 quid each or something ridiculous.
I mean, I just think that is amazing value. Sorry, my voice has gone really high. It's amazing value on it.
Look
It is,
at it.
isn't it?
Isn't it lovely?
Yeah, it really is. So you know what? If your garden's looking tired, if it's all gone over a bit and it needs a refresh, you can do it today on a budget for $25.48, and that is for two. We are out of time. Thank you so much, Adam. It's been lovely to work with you.
Yeah, good to see you again today as well. Enjoyed it. Yeah, it's been
thank
nice.
you to all you lovely customers out there. We really appreciate all your comments, all your emails. Adam is back on Sunday with YGTV at 11 o'clock, and I'm sure I will see you soon. But for myself, Sean, Adam and Stu, who's been doing all the hard work in the gallery, take care and don't forget to place your orders.
Bye.